I know it was super bright red before. I gotta redo it, but now I really like it. Yep, like this.
It's nice, yeah.
I believe we are live. Maybe first time for the last time. Hopefully everybody can hear everybody.
Not the last time.
No, I mean the last restart tonight.
Yeah, because I don't know if I have it in me for a fifth one.
I just had to restart my computer. I did nothing wrong. I just had to restart my computer.
Everything is perfect now. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Greg, take a breath. Like, seriously, take a breath.
All right.
Hello.
Yes. Yes, we're live and everyone can be heard.
Oh,
so,
okay,
Lance,
good.
what the hell are we doing?
What are we doing? I forgot.
Lance, come on, pull yourself together.
I don't know anymore. Okay.
Do you want to test?
It's like,
sorry, is there music?
They're saying no music.
You don't hear the music?
That's good. I wouldn't even mess with music because apparently I had mine at 1%, and apparently everybody said it was too loud. So,
right.
Yeah. So
yeah, we don't need no sneaking music.
Yeah, I like it, but it sets the mood. So I had some nice spooky music playing, but that's okay. Just use it in your head, right? That's what all this is about. Anyway, okay.
I think I can also.
Music is not a crutch. It adds the ambience, but that's okay. Okay. Yes, Eric can sing us a tune. There we go.
Yeah, Eric can sing us songs.
Yes. Okay. All right. Reset, refocus. Let's begin our recap of our adventure. So hopefully everyone remembers what's going on. So the story is set in the city of Suzail in the kingdom of Cormyr in Forgotten Realms. The characters Kenkari, Arabella, and Sozzy are members of a sanctioned adventuring group known as the Watchers. They were called to the city of Suzail by a former classmate of Kenkari's named Sophia, and asked to procure a crystal ball from the manor of the Baron and Baroness von Rothschild. Under the guise of the midsummer masquerade party that the Rothschilds were holding, the group, or actually Kenkari and Arabella, were entered in disguise as as friends and fellow merchants of Lord Ambrose, who was asking them to find this item for him and retrieve it without causing a scene. Sozzy stayed outside to monitor the situation. Well, as things happened, they soon realized that the party was not all that it seemed, and there was something much darker going on than first imagined. But tonight we are going to pick up the tale 1 year prior at the previous Midsummer Night's adventure, and we will check in on Donatello Bristol, who is an employee of Lord Amberson and Lady Amberson, who are also merchants within the city of Suzail. So, Donatello, what has happened is that your brother, of course, if you're going to be named after a turtle, your brother is Raphael, just so you know, has come back from the party, and the following day is experiencing some headaches, some symptoms of not feeling well. This goes on for about 2 months. And then one day, he's telling you that these headaches are, they're getting worse. He's having trouble sleeping. He can't focus on doing his job there at the Amberson Manor. And then one day he collapses. He is bedridden for several days. the Ambersons, they bring in physicians. No one knows what's going on. Curiously, they contact the Church of Mystra there to bring in some clerics to find out what's going on. No one can see why Raphael is having problems sleeping. He's stating that he's having nightmares. There's no physical issue with him. There just seems to be like there's some type of mental illness. So they bring in some clerics. There's a woman who medium height, medium build, who introduces herself as Sophia, and a gentleman by the name of Rajan that is there with her. So they try, they do they meet with you. They meet with Lord Amberson. They meet with Raphael, and they do cure wounds. That doesn't seem to do anything. They even cast a lesser restoration on him, and nothing really seems to do. Nothing really seems to have any effect on him. It will, briefly change his mood, but then it will go back to everything will go back to the way it was.
Okay.
Before they leave, or just as they were leaving, he collapses again, and that night, and Sophia, Rajan leave, Lord Amberson and Lady Amberson leave. You're sitting in his room with him on the bed, sitting, thinking, trying to figure out what's happened to your brother. And in that moment, an apparition appears next to you. You see him. He's a tall figure. You recognize him pretty quickly. There is a painting of him in the halls of the manor. He's wearing a full chainmail. He has his helm in his hand. He has a sash and a cloak that signify that he is a purple dragon. Not purple dragons, for those not familiar, are basically the protectors of Cormyr. Standing before you is the spirit of Aegis Amberson. My son, what troubles you this evening?
My God, how is this happening? I recognize you from the posters, from the paintings. What is going on?
I'm greatly disturbed that there is an evil in the realm that I have not sensed in a very long time. I feel like your brother may have been touched by this evil. I have a proposition for you.
Go on.
I can aid thee. I can teach thee to fight with your mind. But it will take training. It will take vigilance. It will take a steady hand and a steady mind.
Well, I have been wanting revenge. Some way to do something about what happened to my brother. Of course I will do. I cannot believe this is happening. Oh mon Dieu.
I want you to understand, but if I help you, revenge cannot be the reason why you do this.
Excuse me. Yeah, you're still there. Okay. Well, I must do this for my brother's good. Can he come back from this? Will he be okay?
I don't know. It's going to take a great many challenges and a strong will and a strong mind for you to be able to set aside your desire for revenge and to train yourself to be strong mentally, to be able to pull the weave and have it bend to your mind. This is something no ordinary men can handle.
This is magic. I am sword fighter. I do not use the magic.
You see him pull out a sword and goes, I'm a sword fighter as well. But I led a group of men that learned to bend magic with their minds. You can do that if you want to save your brother more than seek revenge.
Well, of course. I must do everything I can to save my brother. Raphael means more to me than the world. I will do anything. Even talk to apparitions, apparently. What is happening?
You have much to learn, Donatello. But we must begin if you wish to save your brother. So,
Well,
Greg,
yes.
what I want you to tell, what we're going to do is for the next 100 days, you're going to be doing one of three things. Okay. And I need you to track what you're going to tell me is how many days you're going to be spending each activity. Okay. So your three activities that you can choose from is researching, learning, going about the city, trying to figure out what's going on. 2 is helping and caring for your brother and watching over him and performing the duties that he can't perform. 3rd is actually doing the duties that is required of you and resting, maintaining yourself, all while what's going to be going on is you training. So what I need you to think about and to tell me is, of those 100 days, how many days do you want to do each of these activities?
Well, I would probably do at least a week or 2 of research.
So like 14 days?
Sure, 14 days of research. And I guess the rest of them I would split between taking care of Raphael and trying to take care of my own brain and relax and rest and whatever.
So that will be...
So 43. Sounds right. 43 of each.
So about 40, yeah. So we're roughly about that. Okay. Okay. Here's what you learn in your 2 weeks of research. Not too much, but the only thing that you really kind of pick up from the research that you've been doing is that you're that the von Rothschilds, while they have a very good reputation for being fair but stern business people, there's whispers of something else going on, but no one can quite figure out what it is. Okay. All right. So on the last night, which one of those 3 are you doing?
The last night before the next party?
The last night before the next 100 days.
For the next 100 days.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably be taking care of the brother again.
Okay. All right. So you're sitting in the room with your brother, and Aegis appears again beside you. So what have you learned, my son?
Not as much as I had hoped. I have been spending my time here trying to decipher through all of the nonsense that I have heard, but also make sure that Raphael does not get worse, deteriorate more. So, what can you tell me about this?
I'm a spirit bound to this house. I cannot go out and find information. I think it might be a good idea to go out and see what you can learn and see what's going on. I am kind of trapped here, as you can imagine.
Will you, if I go, Will you be watching over Raphael?
And we will make sure that he is cared for.
Well, then I will be more free to decide how to go about learning about this evil family.
Okay. For the next 100 days, what are you going to spend? What are you going to spend doing?
Well, I'm gonna try. I'm pretty sure you said it was Von Rothschild.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna head to the libraries and to look for any kind of put word out on the streets and stuff, and see if I can find any information that has to do with them that people don't want to give up freely.
Okay. So how many days do you want to spend doing that?
Probably more like 80% of my time now towards that, and like every few days I'll take a day for myself.
So maybe like 80, 10, and 10?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So the last night of the 100 days, which of those 3 do you want to do?
I'm going to hit the books hard.
Okay. All right. So you spend most of your time in the library at the Clerics and Mistra learning, speaking to every person that you can speak to. You soon find out that there are other families that are almost dealing with the exact same situation. That there's merchant families in amongst the town that are asking the clerics for help. You overhear conversations of, other merchants coming in asking for spells, asking for potions, asking for anything to help their either family members or their hired help, or there's even been reports of people going insane, and they sound exactly like the same situation that Raphael is in. So as you're coming home that evening, a Lord Amberson approaches you and says, "Son, I understand." Not Aegis, but the Lord that's on your house.
The living one.
Yeah, the living one. It's like, I understand that you want to know what's going on, but yet you still have an obligation to your duties. And I know you're trying to help, and I know you understand what's at stake here, but we also have a business to run. I need you to help me as well. We will do everything that we can to help Raphael. I understand, but I need you as well.
Yes, of course. I am sorry, Lord Ampersand. It's just I felt like I was getting somewhere, and it's disappointing. I have hit the dead ends. It seems I found other people that are suffering the same way as Raphael. Perhaps using the merchant connections, we can learn more than I could on my own research. So perhaps maybe spending more time under your service and benefit us both.
I'll see what I can do. I have heard some whispers as well. The Von Rothschilds are not people that you want to get angry at you. We have to be very careful. They are very powerful, but I will see what I can do. So as he leaves and as you enter your chamber, Aegis appears again before you. So what have you learned, my son?
Oh, you just come in anytime you like, eh? Holy jumping. Okay, yes.
It's kind of my thing.
Well, it seems that Raphael is not alone in his suffering. Von Rothschilds are up to no good of some sort. Other families are suffering as well. And that is all I have really been able to ascertain at this point. is not clear what is going wrong with him. Seems connected to that family, though.
This is most unfortunate, but it's good news. We will continue your training. You will be strong. You will learn to use your mind to aid you in protecting others and into hitting stronger and to a force that even the strongest of enemies cannot defend. We'll continue our training. You have done well, my son.
Well, it does not feel that way, but I suppose it never does until the end, right?
So he fades away. One last time. 100 more days. What do you spend your time doing?
Well, I'm going to try to keep my my lord happy, stay in good favor with him, and do my duties with that, and spend not as much time with my brother, but most of the time either researching or working on my mental abilities of sorts, whatever the ghost man was talking about. And
that's a given. You're doing that already. You're just pretend like there's a montage going on of you know, Rocky-esque training, you know, just like all that stuff that's going on. That happens every single day.
Right on. So yeah, it's gonna be like pretty even split then, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? I'll try to keep. I want to definitely maybe a little less time checking in on the brother because he seems to be maintaining the same sort of terrible state.
I'm DM now. Everyone gets advantage. Inspiration. Plus
So
5 magic weapon.
How many days was it?
So I'm probably gonna do another 20 days with my brother, and then 40 days of research and 40 days of mental conditioning and working for the Lord.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So what are you going to do on the last night?
I'm gonna sit with my brother.
So as you're sitting there with your brother, his condition has worsened over the year. There are good days and bad days that he's able to perform his duties. But as the days and days go by, you can see him. He's increasingly withdraws away from any obligation that he has to you. He no longer seems to have full control of his mental capacities. You can hear him crying out at night in pain. He sits up and he motions. He does this for something to write with.
Okay, well, I must have something here somewhere. Yes, here we go. A quill, paper.
And you can see him he's drawing on the paper. He'll hold his head. He's continuing to draw furiously, and he holds up a picture of a man. You can see the look on his face, a look of confidence, a look of just bemusement almost. Slick back hair, black. But the one thing that you notice that draws you into him is the eyes. It's almost as if the eyes are coming through the page and you're almost drawn to them, but you back out of it in a moment, just almost fearful of this gaze that is staring back at you.
Do I recognize this?
You don't recognize him. In that moment, Aegis appears beside you. Donatello,
Hello again.
tomorrow is midsummer. Tomorrow, the von Rothschilds will have another party. Here's our opportunity to find some answers and hopefully help your brother. I must tell you that I haven't been exactly truthful with you. I do have connections outside of this realm. There is one that is touched that can go beyond the means of the physical and enter into the mind of others that will be at the party tonight. If you want to help your brother, if you want to save your brother, you must find the one called Kenkari and bring her here. I have another Kenkari. You will recognize her. I do not need to tell you.
I've never seen this before. How am I supposed to know what this is?
You have an ability, you share an ability to see and do things with the mind that others cannot.
I think I am catching on now. You are a mysterious ghost, you know that, eh?
I have one other thing for you. There is a sword.
Do you recognize this man? I'm going to hold the drawing up for him.
I do not. I cannot help you, Donatello. That is fine.
Okay.
But I have a feeling that you will see this man tonight. I have one other thing for you as a gift for your sacrifice. If you remember, if you recall, inside of Lord Amberson's office, there is a sword on the shelf.
Of course.
If you can use your training and retrieve the sword, it is yours to use.
I mean, I would have to ask Ampersand for such an honor, would I not? I mean...
And he kind of gets up and he phases through the wall.
I was following him, but
and he
stopped.
Pokes his head and he's like, "Are you coming?"
Well, I guess so.
So
Look
he
back at
walks.
Raphael one more time and try to follow him.
He walks through the walls. You follow him through it, and you end up in Lord Amberson's study. On the back wall on the shelf, in a case, is this beautiful longsword. Simple in design, yet elegant. It actually has a sculpted amber stone in the hilt, and amber decorated on the bar. And you can sense it already. It has an energy to it that you didn't sense at first. It's always been there. You've always seen it. You know it's been handed down to the Amberson family from generation to generation, but it always just sits there. Aegis turns to you. Can you use your power to bring it to you?
I think this is possible.
Okay.
I'll hold my hand up and then yeah.
And yes, you're going to use telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
Yes. So you grasp it in your hand for a moment, or you turn to Aegis to exclaim in excitement. Aegis is gone. you can now La Fin de Monde. That's excellent here. You now hear him in your head. Excellent, my son. It is now time tomorrow to continue your journey and to find out what is going on at the von Rothschild estate.
Not for revenge, but for my brother.
So you now hold in your hand a +2 intelligent longsword. It is the Amberson Soul Sword of Devotion. It is inhabited. It is actually the sword that it is the resting place of Aegis.
Oh.
So write this down.
Okay. Yeah.
This is what it does. Okay. It has the ability to cast light upon command. You control its brightness. It's a nice amber glow because, as Eric would say, amber is the color of your energy. And so you can do that at will. It has the ability to cast Bless as a bonus action 3 times per day. And it does an additional 1d8 of radiant damage against any undead or fiend.
Am I feeling all this?
Yes, instantly. Instantly, he is in your head. One thing I will tell you, it is a lawful good sword. So
Just like me,
Mhm.
lawfully good. That is pretty awesome.
let me make sure I got everything else. Yes.
So it casts
and
light.
it allows you to have an additional psionic die per day as well.
Oh wow.
Okay. So you're sitting there feeling the energy of the sword come through you.
Could I get the name of the sword one more time?
It's the Amberson Soul Sword of Devotion.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
And actually, I apologize, Greg. It's not the bless spell, but you get the Wrathful Smite ability. And it does a D8 instead of D6.
So
And you can do that 3 times a day.
Bless?
No, it does not cast Bless. It casts Wrathful Smite as a D8. So just out of game, your choices between those 100 days, however you put the most time in, would have determined what the ability of the sword would have been.
Oh.
So in this case, you did investigation, trying to figure out what the problem was and all of that. So you get the Wrathful Smite ability. So when it does in it, so it'll do an additional D8.
Okay. Wrathful
Okay.
Smite, is that the spell?
Yeah, that's the spell. Mm-hmm.
So I can cast the spell 3 times a day?
Yes.
It does an additional D8 of radiant.
Yeah, because I think normally it does a D6, but in this case, I bumped it up to a D8 for you.
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it allows you to cast Wrathful Smite as a bonus action.
Awesome.
So as you're there, captured in the embrace of Aegis and feeling the just, we'll call it what it is, a psychic psionic energy just running through this sword, running through you, Lord Amberson enters in. And he kind of looks over and he goes, I knew one day that somebody would pick up that sword. I just did not expect it to be in my lifetime. Well, what are you going to do tomorrow, Donatello?
I am not sure myself at this point, but I am headed to von Rothschild residence. I will seek out evil. Whatever it takes to find some kind of cure.
Then come with me. I have something else that may help you. So he comes over.
I honestly thought you would be very mad seeing me with the sword here. I'm very relieved.
Just let me tell you, Donatello, that sword has been handed down in my family for generations. No one has touched it in close to 300 years.
That long.
There's stories around what it can do. There's, half of it has been lost to history, half of it is myth. All I know is that it once saved the kingdom of Cormyr, and so we are happy to keep it in our possession and give it a place of honor. If it has chosen you, then it must mean that it has found you worthy of its life. So I feel it is my obligation to allow you to have the rest of its owner's possessions, or at least use them as you see fit. So he takes you back to his main private chamber, and there's a chest there. He opens it up. This is the armor that belonged to Aegis. It has been handed down in my family as well. We are not swordsmen. He did not leave a lineage behind to use it, and it has sat here, and you can see it instantly. It's collecting dust, but you go to pick it up, and you've dealt with chainmail before. It's much, much lighter than it should feel. It is mithril chain, and he hands that to you. He also hands you a cloak that you saw Aegis wearing in the apparition. It's a cloak of a purple dragon. You have my blessing to use this tonight or tomorrow or however you need to use it. I hope that you wear it well. It may allow you to enter and go places that another attire may not allow you. I'm assuming this does involve the von Rothschilds, is that correct?
Well, yes, of course. Yes.
Very well.
This is very, very beautiful, I must say.
We have done our best to keep it in case if it was ever used again. So tomorrow, myself and Lady Amberson will be attending the von Rothschild's party. You are more than welcome to ride in the carriage, but you cannot be seen speaking to me or the lady. But I will not inhibit any of your movements.
That is most kind of you, my lord. I only hope I can do justice with this. I don't know if I am the right one to be taking such a amazing gift. I mean, I have been talking to Aegis once in a while.
He kind of laughs, and it's like, I have been seeing what you're doing, and you can obviously handle a sword. It's the other parts of it that will be a challenge, but I wish you well.
I will accept your well wishes and any last minute advice.
Be safe. We don't know what you're going into, but Aegis would not have spoken to you and come to you if he did not think you had the capability to not succeed. So just be careful.
Thank you, my lord.
So we are going to cut to the manor. And it's the night of the party. So what is going on with Donatello is that all the carriages and everything are entering through here and letting everybody off at the front gates. So, and then they're going and basically parking the carriages. There's the driver, there's a lady's handmaiden. They're kind of taking care of everything while the party is going on. Okay. So as you're going to go into park and, get out and get everything set up. And so as the party is kind of going on, nothing really seems to be much is happening, at least out here. And then you see two things. You see people kind of start coming and going through the gate, through the front doors. You originally saw that there was two guards kind of checking everybody as they come in. They are now a little bit more laxed. They're a little bit more free flowing with the traffic that's going in and out. They feel like they've gotten everybody that's supposed to be here is here. Everyone that's not is not. They've kind of kept, everybody's kind of kept to themselves the way they're supposed to be. But then you see two men walk past you. You hear them talk for a little bit. And out of the carriage, you see a human male dressed in half plate, Sozzy, is that right? With a cloak on, following the two men. And then you see Sophia start to follow him. From 9 months ago, the Sophia, the cleric of Mystra that came and was talking to you about Raphael's situation, follows this heavily armored man down out into the woods. So you're left here in the situation in the manor, been sent to find the one known as Kenkari and to figure out what's going on. You have the situation with Sophia that is going on, and then you have the front gates of the house that seems to be open to movement. So what would you like to do?
So as far as I can tell, most people are at the party already?
Yes. The carriages have stopped. It's probably been at least an hour or so since you've gotten there, and things are kind of just in a staying pattern.
Right. And I'm assuming I'm not on the guest list.
No.
Okay, well, I would like to get closer to the front door and see what's going on in the lobby or that area if I can. Just do like a nonchalant walk by a few times, maybe.
Okay.
Try to see
make a first roll of the night. Make me a perception check.
Ooh. Did I put anything into that? No.
You have advantage.
Oh, good. Because that was terrible. Hey, there we go. Thank you, somebody.
Vanessa.
Did that come up? Oh, because there's no token on the page, so I can't really...
Just tell me what you got.
18.
18? Okay. So what you see, it's just a party, and there's a lot going on. You as you kind of walk in, there's some people kind of do a double take on the a purple dragon just enter into this building. You're the equivalent of the police. So there's some double takes, and finally someone goes, "That's an amazing costume. I mean, that looks real. That looks real. Where'd you get it? How did you get that?"
Yes, it is it's just something I threw together last minute.
Oh, that's amazing. For a second there, I was kind of worried that there's something going on.
Relax, it's fine.
Oh, okay, fine.
Pulling the legs.
Okay. So as you are kind of looking around and figuring out, kind of getting a lay of the land, you see people kind of go off. A small group of people will go off here. A small group of people will go off here. You see a woman dressed in a hunter green dress run up the stairs and disappear into a room.
Like run?
Yeah, like I would say that she looked very much like she wanted to go somewhere. Like it was different than what was going on around. Everybody was kind of ambling, eating, drinking, just carrying on. But she looked like she had a purpose going up the stairs.
I'm going to look around, maybe grab a drink, kind of blend in a little bit, and maybe I'll keep an eye out for anything that I find unusual besides that. But I'll start making my way up towards that room.
Okay. So as you kind of, for a moment, as you're kind of going up there, you see a figure walk into the room, another figure walk into the room. There is a moment of pause, and the next thing you see is the second man that walked into the room take off running. He almost knocks you down the stairs as he's running past you.
Excusez-moi. Do I recognize anything about him, or any kind of traits or anything that I would?
No, he's not dressed in a costume. So that's basically the most significant characteristic about him, is that he did not look like a debutante or a merchant or anything like that. He looked like just like a normal person.
Slow down. What is the rush?
And he's headed elsewhere.
Some people. I suppose I will continue to the room.
Okay. So when you enter into a room, there is no one there. You saw three people enter. One person ran by you, and no one else is in the room.
Hello.
Nothing.
There's likely an arrow in the wall because I didn't miss
Yes.
shot.
I will tell you that there are several arrows in the wall and around the place, and it's pretty obvious. There's even drops of blood on the floor.
Could I use my
on the wall
battle knowledge to find maybe where the arrows are shot from?
The arrows were shot from. They were I guess you could say the arrows are against the opposite wall.
There's no clues as to where these people might have gone at all?
There's no windows in this room that you can see. Make an investigation.
A little bit and be like, "Hello."
Make an investigation check for me.
That was a 20 and now it's a 4.
You have another advantage.
Yeah, you have another advantage though.
Okay, thank you.
From Peter.
And now it's a 5.
There's blood splatter all over the floor, and there's arrows against the wall. So you do notice in this room that so if you enter the wall, enter the room, the wall against the right has a series of sconces that have continual flame stones set inside that's giving light to this room.
Okay. Gonna take a peek outside the room again to make sure that nobody's kind of following me or anything like that. And then
Nope.
I'll keep looking around, and I'm gonna start talking to my sword.
You want to talk to Aegis?
I would like to talk to my sword. I don't know if
Okay.
it's gonna. Hello, Aegis Ampersand. This might be I don't know what's going on here, but somebody was just in here and now they're gone. Maybe you can help me walk through walls again. I don't know if this is something can happen.
I cannot. Try this. Close your eyes, center yourself. Can you feel anything special about this room? So I want you to make an Arcana check, and I will give you advantage from the sword.
A 4 and a 21.
21. So
I
as
was
you're
nervous
sitting there, you close your eyes. You're holding the sword in front of you, just to like Aegis taught you. You reach out your mind into the weave, knowing that the weave is all around you and interconnects everything. You center yourself and start trying to focus on the magical energies that exist. You even can pick up the remnants of a spell that went off in this room, not long before you entered. And then, as if behind a veil, there is a shimmer behind a wall where the sconces are.
Much appreciated, Aegis. Thank you for your help. I'm going to walk over slowly and poke at the wall with the sword.
The wall doesn't do anything, but when you hit the wall, you see one of the sconces shake a little bit.
I'll go up and try to wiggle the sconce, and
so you can see that it has movement, like it has a discerned movement.
Right.
And so as you move it, a panel opens up in the wall, and there's a portal.
Okay. This is not what I had in mind. Portal. I mean, party. For you, brother. And I'll walk through.
Okay. You step through the portal. You're not a mage. You're not a wizard. The Aegis has helped you learn to attune to the fabric of magic. So even you, when you enter this room, it's almost nauseating, the energy in this room. So before you, it's a smaller room. There's a chair and a bookcase along one wall. Directly in front of you is a series of pedestals that have all kinds of magical items on them. There's crystal balls. There's a pool of a pedestal with a pool of water in it. All kinds of manners of from what you would understand are some type of seeing devices. And you notice as your feet kind of step through the portal, it's almost a hollow sound, and you look down and there's a door.
There's a door that I'm standing on.
Yes. Like a trap, like a trap door, some kind. And you see that there's a carpet kind of pushed over to the side of the room.
Okay. I'm going to...
And you also see there are no other exits. The portal is gone, and there are no other exits out of this room.
So there's just a bunch of magical scrying type things.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use the sword at all to sense if those things are at all evil? Does it?
Aegis, when you connected with Aegis, he is almost just, he's confused. He's like, it's almost as if there's some type of interference with you can communicate to him, but there seems to be some type of interference going on in this room that is disrupting his ability to draw the magical energy into himself.
Right. Okay. I'm going to quietly open the door, I guess. If I can't look and get anything out of any of these magical items, because I'm not really magical and the sword's not helping, then I'm going to, I'll look in the water and see if anything, but if nothing, then I'm going to, quietly open the hatch.
So you open the hatch, and there's a ladder that goes straight down.
Okay, another one. Okay, here we go. Raphael, you better appreciate this. And I'll start making my way down.
So, Arabella, as you are finished your fight with the vampire, went down the stairs, or crawled down the ladder into the sewer, you found the tunnel, and you hear in a moment, you pause, and you hear somebody coming down the tunnel.
Tabernacle.
Immediately, I will grab my bow. And is there like kind of place I can hide?
Yeah, I mean, you see around you are like it is. There's all along the sides. There's piles of trash, broken boxes. Exactly what you see on the screen is what's going on.
Okay, so what I want to do then is keeping my bow at the right and, getting ready to shoot in case it's that vampire again. I'm going to hide. That would help if I was on the right screen. I am. Come on, thank you. I cannot move my token.
That's okay. Let me fix it real fast.
I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. So I will attempt to hide over here.
Okay.
So I assume I'm going to need to do a stealth check.
All right. Yeah, should be good.
All right. So that's a 24 on stealth.
Okay. All right. So Donatello, as you're covering, you're into this cavern. You come around the corner. You see it beginning to open up into, it's carved stone. It's 9x9 building, about 15-foot high ceilings, and there's debris everywhere.
What's the lighting like?
The lighting, it's you see that there's these continual flame stones that are kind of occasionally in places, but the kind of the refuse and everything is kind of starting to hide it. Okay. We are going to pause right there for you guys, and we're going to switch to Kenkari.
Do you have to?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Kenkari.
Someone let me follow a vampire.
Yes.
I don't know that.
So he enters. You enter into. You go through the chambers. You've gone through past a couple of other buildings, and you've entered into kind of a main chamber. There's some tables and chairs all kind of situated around. A smell hits your nose. You instantly, the smell of rotting flesh, the smell of death. There's two ghouls that kind of creep up as the vampire brings you around, and they kind of keep their distance and are making sure that they don't get too close to you.
Can I hiss at them?
What? They hiss right back at you.
Cool.
He goes,
I'm trying to be brave. And I'm like, why am I following a vampire?
why are you doing that? Pay them no mind. They are nothing to you. They are so far beneath what you can be. Don't worry about them. Come. I have friends that I want you to meet. So as you're walking forward, you see like this, effectively a dais, an altar or something like that. There's specks of blood and stuff all over it. Because don't be frightened. We don't actually do anything with that. It's all for show.
Insight check.
What?
Insight check.
Okay.
18.
He's telling the truth about that.
Was not telling the truth about that?
It's like, come. Let you meet my friends. And as you're walking closer, out of the shadows come these two figures, and they kind of hover, and they float, and they start to kind of swirl, and they look at the vampire, and they careful. She has the power to bind. And she's like, oh, it's fine. Can you not sense the magical energy radiating from this one? She will be great. She will join us. She can touch the weave. She can touch the mind. I know. But she can bind us. Are you sure? It'll be fine. And you can see that they're kind of wary of you. They kind of go in to get close to you and then come back. You can see that they're these red piercing eyes are very intent on your holy symbol. She's touched. The power of the weave bringer is in her. She can bind.
Do I know? So I hear all that, right?
You're hearing all this.
Do I know what all of that means?
So out of game, what your channel divinity,
Right.
okay, can work against fiends as well.
Right.
So they can sense that you have power that a normal cleric would not have.
Right. Okay.
So they are just kind of floating around you and keeping their distance. Okay. So we'll leave you right there. I wanted to make sure everybody got a little something. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to go back to where did Donatello go?
I am here.
Okay. So Donatello, what you see as you're entering into this area up at the top, Arabella, you see a human figure with a sword in his hand that is slightly glowing, because it pretty much has a radiating glow about it all the time. And you see him in chainmail, and you see that he is wearing, and he has the cloak and a sash of a purple dragon.
And I'm familiar with purple dragons.
Yeah, you know who they are. I mean, they're like the law, is effectively.
Okay. So I will kind of still staying where I am, and I'm just gonna go speak out. And as I say, who are you? And give me one good reason why I shouldn't shoot you right now.
Oh my god! Donatello Bristol. Who are you?
Arabella Winchester.
It is nice to meet your acquaintance, and I'm gonna turn the sword up a little bit if I can.
Okay. So it glows a little brighter. So Sozzy, you're hearing Arabella's voice down, on the other side of the little cavern that you're in, and you hear Donatello's voice. You can hear her having this conversation as you have come down the well and have kind of followed it along into its entrance into this cavern.
Arabella, is that you?
No, it's your mother. Of course it's me, you moron.
What is going on?
Not my mother. I'm going to come toward you. Don't move.
All right.
Who are you, Arabella? Who is this? What is going on? What have you done with these people?
What have I done? How do I know you didn't do this?
I did not do this.
Are you a friend or are you vampire?
Excuse me?
What, vampires?
Yes, we have a vampire issue. I just bought one and it ripped my pretty dress.
Is that what this is? This makes so much more sense. Vampires, of course.
I'm gonna take my sword and hold them both at bay. Be like, explain yourselves.
No, I am not a vampire. I am Sozzy. It's good to meet you, gentleman with glowing sword. My compatriot, Arabella, and I are part of an adventuring group, and we have been hired to explore this place and obtain a certain what was it? What we were looking for? An orb, magical orb. Is that right? A magical. We were looking for a magical orb, and I came to be down here because I found that members of the party appeared to be dragging unconscious guests down the well. And as a paladin, I could not abide this gross It was just gross. It was gross. When people are dragging people down wells, I mean, nothing good can come from it.
Well,
Have you
yes,
been drinking?
of course.
So,
Well-
Donatello, you do recognize that this is the man that Sophia was following
Right.
when you were first there.
I was gonna say something about that, but I didn't know how to put it. But yeah.
Mhm.
So
Sozzy, have you been drinking more
do you
than
know
usual?
this Sophia, this woman who comes to my house? She
I
helped my
don't
brother.
know. I mean, whatever happens between consenting adults is none of my,
I
business.
smacked Saucy on the back of the head.
Thank you. No, this gentleman, I'm pretty sure, Sozzy, I don't know. I didn't see the artwork. What are you exactly? Sorry.
I am a human, definitely not drunk, paladin.
Okay.
He's drunk.
Not drunk. Definitely not. I'm so sober. Look, I can.
You're slurring more than usual.
Well, it's probably not a good idea to imbibe so much when you are dealing with something like this kind of evil. But some people might need some liquid courage, so...
It's not about the courage, friend.
Well,
Sometimes
Okay, time out. Time out.
the
enough-
juice just helps get me a little more loose. It allows me to just act.
Like an idiot.
No. Without hesitation. Just let the divine flow through me, and just
But-
let me be the vessel
Did you
know?
know-
Shut up.
of good.
this
Okay,
cleric,
okay.
this
Saucy.
cleric you come in with, she come to my house before. She helped my brother.
Sophia,
Yes, she helped my brother. He is sick.
wait, she helped your brother.
She tried.
Oh,
Wait, what
Wait.
happened? Where is Sophia?
Is she here?
so she's up there. She was trying to keep me from helping the people who are being dragged down the well, and I may have jumped to a conclusion. And she's
Okay, is
upstairs.
that is it jump to a conclusion or jump to a conclusion?
I mean, I concluded my spear into her. If that
That's
is
not
what you
helping
mean.
your situation.
She is fine. I am sure she's just sleeping it off.
Did you kill her?
I hope not.
Yeah, you know for sure that you did not kill her. You were
Okay.
able to. You left her unconscious.
Yeah, I left her unconscious.
So you left her unconscious alone
She was.
with vampires around.
There were people being dragged down a well, and she was trying to stop me from helping them. I thought she was in
So-
on this whole vampire, whatever this weird
So
abduction thing is. Do you
the
think-
entire
do you
time
think-
I'm screaming for you because Kenkari disappeared on me.
Kenkari.
Yes,
Kenkari.
What is a
yes.
Kenkari?
Kenkari
she's-
is our friend.
Our cleric friend, she went in with, how did you lose Kenkari? You had one job.
I had one job. You're the paladin.
had
You're a
one job.
captain protector.
I
Don't-
was
don't
just out
forget-
here.
Don't
gonna-
forget
I'm
about
gonna,
your
like,
little
whisper to the
magical
sword.
item.
Yes, I remember the magical item. on this.
Okay.
No, see, she decided I was going to go in at the same time. She jumped in, the portal closed. I got jumped by a vampire, and then I got it here.
Wait, were you jumped by a vampire or were you
No,
jumped
don't
by
you
a
dare.
vampire?
And
I'm gonna
again,
whisper to the sword and say, seems like we are on the right track.
I will, smack you on the back of the head.
Ow!
No. As you can see, I got attacked because you'll see blood on the dress from where it slashed me.
You do
I mean-
recognize that the dress is this is the woman that you saw running up the stairs.
Absolutely.
Ah,
I mean,
yes.
some people like it rough, and that's all right.
Okay, first of all, ew. Second of all, what the hell is wrong with you? You know I am married. And third of all, we gotta find Kenkari. Because if there's vampires here, and she's Kenkari.
I agree. Yes, let's find Kenkari.
I will go with you then. Seems our destinies have somewhat intertwined. But
why
please,
are you here?
Sozzy, please, if this is appropriate, I would just say maybe be a little more quiet.
I mean, whatever. You can say whatever you want to me. Don't worry about this appropriate bullshit.
I mean, I don't think we are supposed to be here.
I mean, right.
While they're talking, I'm gonna talk to our device and try to get in touch with Kenkari.
Okay. It works.
All right. Got it.
Kenkari, can you hear? If you can hear me, are you alone?
Do I hear it?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Why are you talking to nobody?
I'm not.
Where is this Kenkari? I do not see her.
We're trying to figure out because
we have these magical communication stones that we use to communicate with each other.
Kenkari, can you tell me where you are?
So where is this place?
You've gone down a tunnel. You've gone past some rooms, and now you're in a chamber of some kind.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask him. So where exactly is this? All I know is that we went up and to the left and down some halls, and there was a painting, and there was a chamber, and now we're here.
The vampire turns to you. Who's in your head, Kenkari?
Everything is in my head.
I know. It was delicious.
That was rude.
It is.
I don't hear the other voice, correct?
No, you just hear Kenkari's.
But she hears me talking to someone else?
Yep.
What was rude, Kenkari?
I really don't like people in my head without permission. It's way more fun when I do it.
Yes.
I agree.
We're coming to find you. Hang tight. Sozzy, I don't think she's alone. She's in danger.
So you see, it's not about appropriateness and inappropriateness. It's just about feeling the moment and acting in the moment.
Are you still on this? We have a member of our family has been taken, and you're talking about appropriateness right now.
I was just talking to our friend here and just trying to lay down some philosophy on him.
I understand. I'm just wondering.
I'm wondering what your name is, to be honest, because I'm Sozzy, this is Arabella, and you have a glowing sword.
Yes. I am Donatello Bristol, and I am here to find answers for my brother has become sick, and I believe it is tied to this house and this family.
So you're here for vengeance?
No, I am here to help him.
Vengeance.
Why not?
It's about the goddamn vengeance.
You gotta when the world does you wrong, Arabella, what do?
I drink.
No, you give it back tenfold. That is what you do. You take vengeance.
I hunt monsters for a living.
Forgiveness is a powerful tool, Sozzy.
Yeah, well, you know what else is a powerful tool? Glowing freaking ass sword is a powerful tool. Are you gonna forgive people with your sword?
So
you're gonna stab him in the face.
While they're
stab him in the face,
Lance,
Donatello.
They're babbling, what Arabella's actually been doing is she's taking out a vial of holy water, because based on what she just dealt with, vampires and holy water usually don't play well. And
So-
she's going to put it at the bottom of her quiver, and then she's going to put all the arrowheads in there, so they'll
Okay.
stay in the holy water. So
Okay.
we can shoot.
Yeah.
So make a perception check for me.
Absolutely.
Mega perception.
You gotta let the water soak into the shaft, Arabella.
Oh, good.
That way
God.
you'll really get
Shut
into the
up,
wood.
Saucy.
I will concur with Arabella.
That is a 17.
Okay. So as you are doing this, and this is going on behind you, you happen to look up and you
Okay.
see stepping through the water.
Oh no.
You're talking with Donatello. You don't see this yet.
Are
Oh,
these
oh no.
three
Yeah.
creatures that are just kind of like, they look kind of like lizards, but they have gray features on them, and they're just as they're approaching you.
Saucy, we have company, and immediately I'll shoot. 1.
Well, roll initiative, and then when you shoot.
I want to shoot now.
I was gonna say I rolled a perception check on my own of 3, so I didn't say anything.
Ooh, natural 20.
I think you have
Well, you go
another.
first.
You have another advantage.
Oh,
We just go through these real quick.
So 23 total for my initiative.
Yes.
Okay.
not the worst ever. Did I even show up?
No, mine's for some reason isn't showing up.
That's okay. Just tell me what they are.
I got a 15.
Okay.
Am I rolling too?
Nope.
You're not here.
Let's go jump off a cliff then.
Well, if they would quit talking and actually do something, you know, they could probably come help you.
Blame Saucy.
I'm so sorry, Lance.
Saucy, what'd you get? 7?
Saucy.
Yes.
Blame Saucy, Saucy, Saucy.
I was going
Okay.
with the Z sound.
So, Arabella, as you look up, you're seeing these creatures approach, and you yell whatever you want. We have company. What do you want to do?
Well, let me grab my stuff and I'll tell you what I want to do. All right.
While you're figuring it out, let's see. Looks like Sozzy has 3 advantages. Arabella has 2. DM has 1 advantage. Donatello has 1 advantage. Kenkari has 2 advantages.
Nice. All right. So for my bonus action, I'm going to put my Slayer's Prey on too many screens and nothing. Don't like this mouse. Sorry, bear with me, guys. I'm not in my normal setup at home, so. Where's my mouse? Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna put it on because this mouse is something else. Sorry. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put my Slayer's Prey on this one. And-
For 1 second there, Lance, do you mind just zooming in on what we're fighting?
Yep.
Or
Well,
what
I
these
can,
things are?
Really?
They're
You get to zoom in and I get Shift Z, Shift Z.
Is that what it does?
Oh my
If you
God, yeah.
hold shift and tap Z while the token is selected, it will show everybody.
Okay. Oh no. I think I might have messed something up. Hang on. There we go.
Yeah, just tap it.
Yep.
Ugh.
That thing.
Okay.
All right,
Jump.
so I'm gonna take 2 shots at it. The first one is a 22.
That will hit.
Okay. And that is for,
Sorry, chat.
sorry, chat. Unfortunately, my thing will not connect to the thing.
That's fine.
For 14 damage.
Okay.
And then
Which one you hitting? 1, 2, 1, 2, or 3?
2, because that's the one I put my Slayer's Prey on.
Okay. For 13 damage?
Yep. And then the second hit is 28 to hit.
Yep.
And oh my god, little mouse, gonna move over here. Thank you. And for 13 point, or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 13 points of damage.
So how much total?
13.
For-
For total is 27 points of damage.
Ooh. Good shot.
I try. And I will stay where I am, and that's my turn.
Okay.
And that's
All
my
right,
turn.
Donatello, you're up.
Okay. Seeing that they're she's put an arrow in one. Can I go by in between them, or?
There, you could probably get between them. Yeah,
All right, I'll
I think there's a space between them.
do that, and it's 15. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna come right to here, I guess.
Okay.
And while I'm running forward, I will make the sword. I'll just be like, here goes nothing, eh? It's been 1 year for this. I think we are on the right track. And running in towards this vampire thingy,
Okay.
whatever it is. And I guess the +2 longsword attacks, eh?
Mhm.
Okay, so 2 attacks. 15 and a 19.
They'll both hit.
And then that's... Oh, that was an 8. 13 damage and 10 damage.
So does that include your additional? So your sword, as you're running toward this thing, it glows without you even commanding it to, and you see this thing just kind of like go, hold up its hands. So does that include your additional radiant damage?
No, I wasn't going to be presumptuous.
Mm.
But that would be 2 attacks, so 2d8s.
Yes.
I just rolled 16 on 2d8s.
So how much is that total?
23 and 16. 39?
Okay. I think this is the exact hit points. So you see, as soon as you rush up to this thing, your sword, you can feel the energy that Aegis is like pumping through to you, and you're swinging, and with an ease that you have never felt before. It just X, and this thing crumples before you.
Oh.
Sozzy, you're up.
I do still have a bonus action.
Oh yeah.
I think I can do something here if I wanted to. Where how many of these do I get? An extra one too? Why not? Let's do it. I think, oh no, never mind. It's that creature. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, it's that creature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sozzy.
Alrighty. Sozzy is going to go on ahead and shamble forward. And he's going to land right there. And he's going to turn over to Donatello and he's going to say, 1 year? What are you talking about? And take a swipe over at whatever this is. That will be... I have a few advantages. So let's see. That'll be a 12. I don't think that hits. Wait. Right? Is that what I rolled?
Is that what you rolled? Yeah, you rolled
A 12 and a 20. Oh, there you go. Does a 20 hit their AC?
Yes, a 20 hits. So you rolled a 3. Yeah. So a 20 does hit. Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. I will roll damage. Why did it do that? 1d6 plus 6 is 8, so 8 damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna attack it again.
Okay.
27.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. And I will roll damage again. 11.
Okay.
Okay.
And that one falls down.
All right. So I'll say, what do you mean it's been a year? What are you on the right track of? And that's it. That's my turn.
So you're going to see this guy, as soon as he sees what happens, he just turns and runs.
Smart move!
Hey, come back here! We are not finished with you!
Oh.
Okay, Arabella, you're still technically in combat, so.
All right. Okay, so I saw it run. So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As I run by, I'm like, are you guys just going to talk all day or are we going to do stuff? And then I'm going to use my action to dash. So 1, 2, 4.
Kenkari, I believe your friends are here. We don't want to have a problem, do we?
Which friends?
Oh, you know.
Do I? Do I know which friends? What's the magic in my head saying during all of this?
The magic in your head?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. So he has a similar power that you do, but even more so in that you know that he is capable of he feeds off of magical intelligence.
Right.
So like any type of just like especially, well, I should say he feeds off of intelligence, but anything that's magical is even more so. So he is speaking out loud, but he's also like echoing in your head what he's saying. He's not trying to be evasive or not. He's letting you know that he's there, but he's not trying to quote unquote feed off of you. He's having a conversation with you.
Can I do anything to get him out of my head?
Mm-mm. It's one of those things that, it's like a door that has a swinging gate. You can go out, but it also lets other things come in.
Right. Okay. Yeah, they probably are coming. They like me and they don't know where I am. And when they get here, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
I don't wish to have you be hurt. I've become quite fond of you.
So what do you want?
There's still much for you to learn.
I know, but can I just know now? I'm very impatient. Anyone that's wearing this ginormous feathered dress is not a very patient person. We're kind of ridiculous.
You see, there is the weave, correct?
Yes, I
you
know.
And you see him just kind of like pluck at the air and, basically doing a cantrip, right?
Right.
Just causing, things like that.
I'll do one too. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Ah, but there's another side. And you see the shadows kind of start swirling again. They know there is another side. Yes.
Do I know what they are?
They're shadow.
Just, okay.
From all you can tell is they're shadow. They're, from the way they're talking, you can kind of pick up that they may be some type of fiend, in a way, just from the language that they're using.
Okay.
And they're like, yes, draw from the shadow, draw from the shadow. And you see him cast the same cantrip, but what was bright and light and had life, you could feel it. This one is dark, it's dim. It has the same effect, but it is almost like looking into a mirror, and one side is darker than the other.
Right. It's dark, but it's not necessarily necrotic, right?
No, it's not, not necrotic. It's not. It does the same exact thing. It's just, and you did not sense this one at all.
Okay.
And what are the rest of you doing? Are you chasing?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
I'm while she's running past, and I'm gonna be like, "Are you talking to a Kenkari?"
No, I'm talking to you.
It seemed like
We
somebody.
literally just killed.
There was another one. It ran away, and it
We literally just killed
Less
both
talking,
of these people.
more
What do you?
running.
What do you
And I
mean? You
keep running.
just killed them. What do you want?
My friend,
For you
I
to
do not know.
up and let's go.
I do not know if these are people. Now.
They're not. They're undead.
Oh. your aegis comes into your head. People? Really? Do you think I could do that to just people?
Well, no, I that's what I assumed. It's not people. Not people. These are.
And they're like starting to, as like the life force, is gone. They're kind of like shriveling up, into like a husk.
If you're not talking to your imaginary friend, let's go already.
See, Donatello, this is what I deal with every day. Nothing I do is ever good enough.
I'll give a pat on the back and follow.
All right, Arabella, that's what you see as you turn the corner.
There's no appreciation for what I do for this party here, Donatello. You'll see. You'll see.
So you Arabella,
You're worse than
you
my
see,
children.
as you're turning the corner, that little thing is like galloping and comes to another wall and turns the corner.
Okay.
Kenkari, they're getting closer. And you see this creature kind of amble up. They're coming. They've already taken out 2. And you see the ghouls are starting to get kind of restless over in the corner.
I would like to see if this door is open.
Where are you?
Where
Yeah, there's no doors here. I mean, like you can see clearly that it. I will unshade it so you can see. It's just it's a bedroom of some kind. It has it's just old, ratted, just straw beds with something resembling a sheet or a blanket on top of it.
Okay. So it's a very basic living arrangement.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because I don't remember a way out yet. So.
Donatello, are you tired? Do you need a nap? What's going on?
No, the way that I came in is closed. It is gone. I cannot get back that way.
No, it's okay. There's a while out of here. Don't worry. We'll be fine.
All right. Well, if you seem to know the way, I will follow.
Oh, yeah, I know the way. Trust me, I know the way.
Oh boy, this is interesting.
The best night of your life is what it is. Come on.
I just want to help my brother.
Yeah, I mean we are. In a sense, we're all brothers, aren't we, brother?
I went.
That's what you see,
yes,
Arabella.
This is true.
Yeah. Arabella, are we going to talk here, or are you going to? Oh, okay.
Kenkari, I can hear them.
Can I
They're
hear
coming.
him?
Kenkari, you at this point you can hear Sozzy's voice as it's echoing through the through the cavern.
Okay. If they're gonna do that, then I'm gonna use my and hopefully I don't know. But I'm going to use my.
I don't want to hurt them. You can stop this.
Stop what? And I'm gonna, while I'm like concentrating, like trying to talk to him, I'm gonna do my mind link to. So I hear Sozzy.
Mm-hmm.
Do I hear anyone else, or I just hear him because he's being loud?
You hear him because he's being loud.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll use it on him, and if he's within 70 feet, I can talk to him.
Yep.
If we can talk back and forth, because yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he has to be able
to see me.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm gonna turn to Saucy and like, Saucy, now is the time to use your indoor voice.
Okay, I'm using my indoor voice now.
You're an idiot.
So he's threatening to hurt them when they get here, right?
No, he's saying I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to hurt them, Kenkari. You can stop this. And so as he's saying that, you see like the shadow people kind of stepping closer, and you see the spawn is over there talking to him, and you see the ghouls kind of start moving into like a protective pattern in front of him.
So what is he telling me that I can stop? What are you telling me I can stop?
The minute I see the spawn, I shoot him.
Okay, we will pause there because I'll reveal the rest of the map, okay? And we'll take a little break, and we will...
Just let me get one shot. That's all I ask. One shot.
And that is what you see as you're turning the corner. You see the spawn, and you see Kenkari standing next to a gentleman, a very regal gentleman that is sitting there looks like they're having a conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and move, or if you could move your characters, kind of like, I'm just going to pop y'all like right here, okay? So you can see. All right. Donatello, you turn the corner. You see Kenkari. Describe yourself for those that don't know what you look like.
So Kenkari is a Kalashtar cleric. She's actually kind of short, and she's very, very pale with snow white hair, and typically she's kind of bundled up in like furs and things, but right now she's wearing the most ridiculous white feathered dress. Imagine the dress that Fleur is wearing at the wedding in Harry Potter. That's basically what it is.
Okay. So you see this woman, and standing next to him, for a moment, you lock eyes with the figure beside her. And it's almost like the page that your brother drew leapt off and came alive. The eyes are the same. These piercing eyes that almost want to draw you into him. And he's sitting there just staring down at Kenkari, he's keeping an eye up on you, glancing up at you as you enter the room and looking at Kenkari. And you can tell, Aegis comes into your mind. Is this the one your brother was speaking of? Your brother drew?
This is Raphael's demon.
I can feel it. Be careful of that one. Be strong, mentally strong. And that's where we will pause so we can get some water, take a little break, and we will figure out what happens in this situation. So if you want to take us to break, Greg, we'll be back. We'll quick, short 10-minute break.
You're
and then
doing
we'll
such
come
a
back.
fantastic job. I'm so
Okay.
excited.
Mhm.
There we go. We are on break.
I think he's about to go live.
I think I'm about to go live.
Give him a thumbs up.
We're live.
Awesome. And so the entire party is dead. We're in this right now.
Welcome back.
So yes. So just
Wait, we're all dead?
what's the best way to come back from break? As I will give everyone one moment or one time to say or to do anything, and then we'll see what happens based off of those reactions.
Okay. Cool. So just jump in whenever. Just do it.
Yeah. Whoever
All right.
wants to do anything, Kenkari, if you want to do anything, you have a split moment as kind of like this confusion as you see them come around the corner, and as
I see all of them though.
yeah, you see all of them, and a guy dressed in a purple dragon's outfit that is holding a sword that is at this point, Donatello, it's no longer responding to any command that you have. It is glowing as bright as it can at this point. So you see this figure holding the sword he is enveloped in amber light, and Sozzy and Arabella are standing behind him. You see the ghouls and this vampire spawn and the shadow demons off to the side. They're kind of making a protective wall in front of you and the vampire. And you can see he's keeping an eye on everything, but he's just whispering to you, "You can end this. No one has to get hurt."
So as soon as I see the three of them come around the corner, I'm going to kind of actually step. I'm going to take a step.
Hang on. Go ahead and talk, Jen, while I'm getting everybody's tokens back.
I'm going to kind of, where it's him, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to kind of put myself in front of him. And then
are you going to step away? Are you going to step in turn, or are you to face him, or are you going to step away from him?
If we were facing each other, I would kind of step slightly in front of him and turning towards the people that I know, and I'm going to scream at them to stop, and then I'll use my telepathy now on Arabella and say, "Don't do anything, just freeze."
Hitting me right now.
No.
Do you say that out loud or in your head?
Because you can talk back to me. Yeah.
Like in my head. Are you kidding me right now?
No.
There's a vampire.
I know.
Bad things. I hunt.
I know.
I shoot. I kill.
I know. But
Kenkari! Friend or foe? Friend or foe?
freeze.
They're definitely foe.
It's an F word.
Foe?
It counts. It counts.
Foe. Kenkari.
Are you saying anything out loud, Kenkari?
Well, I would have had to say that
Freeze?
to Sozzy out loud. Yeah, freeze.
Okay. Very nice, Kenkari.
Kenkari, you know what I have to do.
Nope. Stop. And I'll look over my shoulder at him, and I tell him, it's more for your good than theirs. And I'll try.
I have no concerns about that.
I turned to Saucy. I think she's under their control.
I'm not.
But that's not good. That's not good. That's agency, free will, consent. These are all important things.
Who are you talking to?
Well, I'm talking to Arabella.
I'm talking
She's
to him, and I'm like
literally right next to me.
Yeah.
Like, there's just something wrong with your eyes, man.
Well, you're behind me.
Kenkari, tell them to put down their weapons, and they are free to leave as long as you stay.
While all this is happening, I'm going to talk to the sword and be like, I think this is the time where you can bring out your super spell stuff. And I'll try to bonus action or whatever. I'll cast the Wrathful Smite on.
I don't have any super spell stuff. What are you talking about?
Is it
a sword.
is it a ranged spell or is it a?
It's just concentration until I hit a target with a weapon attack.
Okay, it'll last for like 1 minute or something.
Yeah, 1 minute max.
Okay.
As
So that means I have a clock. You have 1 minute to do something with that spell.
Okay.
10
Okay.
rounds.
Just keep that in mind. Okay.
Yeah, as I'm
Because
like,
you technically we have not rolled initiative. Everybody is out of this is not combat. So there is a conversation that has taken place between Kenkari and Arabella and Sozzy and this vampire. And you see a ghoul, the vampire spawn that you've fought before, and these shadowy figures that are just kind of floating in the air behind Kenkari.
And I'll say to Arabella in our heads, "It's me. I swear, it's me. My safe word. Banana pudding pop.
that's not your safe word.
Onomatopoeia. What was it?"
Your pet Greg. Your horse Gregory. That I remember.
That makes sense. It tracks.
That's the one thing from the last session I really remember is your safe word was your horse Gregory.
Cool. My horse Gregory.
No, that's your in danger word.
No, yeah, see, no, I'm not in danger. It's okay. It's me. Just we need to not attack. He has access to magic that I need to know. Just stop. I just stop. Get Sozzy to stop.
I can only hold these guys for a few minutes before they get hungry. Tell them to leave if they want to survive.
So
But I don't want them to leave.
Weird, creepy vampire person. Did you say that out loud? The thing.
No, he's whispering it to Kenkari.
Okay, never mind.
You
Never mind.
you can see his voice move or
But I
his
can't
mouth
hear it.
move, but you can't hear what he's saying.
Yeah,
Got
as this has been going on, I would have discreetly put actually two things as my action. I would have put my hunter sense on him,
Okay.
the mind vampire, which I gotta get my information. Let's see. As my action, choose any creature I see within 60 feet. I immediately learn if it has any immunities, resistance, or vulnerabilities, and what the creature is if it's not hidden by divination magic.
So you recognize this? He is some type of vampiric creature, and that he has immunity to necrotic damage, and you can assume that any type of radiant damage could potentially hurt him a lot worse.
Okay. And he doesn't have any other resistances or.
Well, you've already met one of them, so you know that non-magical weapons or non-magical doesn't have anything. It doesn't have an effect on them.
Okay.
I've been slowly creeping forward.
And then as my bonus action, I would have put my Slayer.
You have about 15 seconds to make a move, or you're going to lose your Wrathful Smite.
Yeah, I'm creeping forward and nobody's saying anything to me, so.
Yeah. No. It's like Kenkari.
Okay, stop right there. As soon as you start getting closer,
They attack.
no, Kenkari, tell him to back away.
I don't know him. He's not with me. I don't know him. I
Okay.
can't control him.
Then, as soon as you step next to that minor spawn, it attacks you.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Hang on.
Wait,
It's fine.
he was talking about.
That's fine.
So he's going to swipe at you. He's going to hit. He's going to hit
Yeah, that's what I thought we was talking about.
he is going to hit the armor, so it's going to miss. Donatello, are you going to act on one of the ghouls?
Yeah, I see this thing. Definitely not human. Actually, that's what I'll say. Definitely not human. And try to chop its head off.
Roll your attack on goal 1 or 2. The one is directly in front of you. 2 is right to the side.
The one right next to me, yeah. 1.
They're both right next to you technically, but
Oh,
know.
yeah. Okay. The
I
one
have
to
them
my
labeled.
left. The one
Okay.
to my left, yeah.
2. Okay. This guy. Whoop. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and swing.
Boom, boom. 22 to hit.
That hits.
13 damage. Wow, I rolled an 8. 13 damage. And if it's a thingamajiggy, then
Yes,
They're-
it'll take additional damage as well.
I just rolled another 8.
Okay.
So 21 total damage.
All right. All right. So everybody pause for a moment. So what you see happen, Sozzy, you as you're walking forward, the vampire spawn reaches out to you and tries to strike you. Donatello comes forward, cuts down a ghoul. Kenkari, this was not supposed to happen this way. I have no more control over this. Come with me, and we will be safe. Otherwise, you'll watch your friends die. You have 15 seconds to make a decision before we roll initiative.
Kenkari, remember, family is more important than magic. We are family.
He's going to kill you all. I'm going to go with him.
Kenkari, no.
7, 6.
I immediately take 2 shots at the vampire.
Roll initiative.
My second. Do I get the second of the multi-attack or no?
We'll leave it at that. So that was your action, was taking care of that guy, and so everybody roll initiative.
Oh, I didn't even need to do that. Oh wow, hold on. And there's another, just for the measures.
Okay,
of,
using one of my
keeping
advantages,
everything-
I had rolled a nat 1.
That was another 7 damage because my Wrathful Smite went off too, I guess.
Yes. So yeah,
So-
he had 1 hit point. So yeah.
So it's 28 or something. Oh. That was a good attack. Initiative.
Initiative.
19.
I rolled with
19 for
Donatello.
30-20 for Arabella.
okay.
8 for Sozzy.
And Kenkari.
8.
Kenkari beats
I rolled
me
with
a
advantage.
20.12.
Yeah, I got
So you have a
8.
20, Kenkari.
20.12. Tell me what that is. I don't know.
So
I don't know why my D&D
So,
beyond.
Your dex.
I'll let you decide who between Arabella and Kenkari, who wants to go first.
I probably will. Kenkari's
Okay.
probably going to try to run off with a vampire.
Okay. So here's the way we're going to do this. Okay, since technically they're still like talking and act, and some people want to talk, some people want to act. So on your turn, if you want to use your action talking to someone or having a conversation, you can do that. But that will be your action for that turn in that 6-second time period. Otherwise, don't say anything because you're concentrating on attacking something or casting a spell. Okay? So we will start with Arabella at the top of the round.
Okay. Yeah, seeing this vampire dude is clearly interested in Kenkari, and I care about my family. As I'm going to cast, as my bonus action, Hail of Thorns at 2nd level. And then I'm going to shoot the bastard.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
That will hit.
Excellent. And he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
He rolled an 8, so
So he
that will not.
fails.
So that will be a fail. Mhm.
All right, so he will take just from the arrow. Hello, Olive. What do you want from me right now? Let's see. From the arrow, he'll take 17 points. And then from the hail of thorns, he will take an additional 20 points. I rolled max.
Ouch.
So how much total? 37?
37 total.
Okay.
And those were arrows that were also dipped in holy water. So if I remember right, with vampires, he can't recover hit points.
Right.
Yes, he pissed me off.
Which one did you shoot then?
The big baddie. The vampire.
Right.
And then I'm gonna just shoot him again for fun.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go sharpshooter. Oh, that is a nat 20. So
You're gonna have to start rolling these into the thing. You can't kill.
Ooh.
he pissed me off and he's hurting my Kenkari. All right, so that is 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 5 is 18. And then my Slayer Spray, which is also double dice.
Though this is what she does. This is what a Monster Slayer
Ranger does.
Ranger does.
So what did I say? Was oh crap, what did I say? It was 8, 13 plus 5 is 18 plus 7 is oh my god, math. 18, 25 plus 10 for sharpshooter, so 35 points of damage.
Okay. For on top of the 25 that you already did?
Uh-huh.
All right. So, Kenkari, you see arrows just explode all around you. They don't call... She might as well be called a quiet assassin, your friend, as the 2 arrows, or actually, I believe I gave her the nickname the True, as True shot right on target. You see the vampire spending so much time talking to you, he doesn't even see what's coming. And the Hail of Thorns and the 2 arrows, you see him turn and look up and realize what's happening. And for the first time, you see a hint of fear cross his eyes. And he goes poof into mist.
And I just smirk, but I know he's probably not dead. Fucking vampires.
It's your turn,
Wait, did I
Kenkari.
kill him?
Are you? Yeah, you didn't kill him, but you hurt him very well. You hurt him to the point to where he had to return to his
Misform.
misty fate.
He fucked with the wrong Winchester.
Okay, Kenkari, you're up.
I'm gonna scream at Arabella. I told you not to do that.
I'm a
And-
hunter.
But I told you not to do
Blah,
that.
blah, blah, blah. Bad guy.
Can I use my amulet?
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, my medallion of thoughts and
Okay.
cast detect thoughts and see if I can figure out where he might have disappeared to, or
So we'll do this. He didn't disappear. He is just in mist form next to you.
is he still talking? Oh,
No,
okay.
no. You and for the first time, you cannot sense him in your mind anymore.
Okay, then then I still want to cast detect thoughts to see if he's sentient or alive, or if he moved somewhere.
Okay, so when you cast it, you get base level. There's a conscience there.
Right.
that you can sense that he's in pain, and that is about, and just frustration and anger, but that's about all you're getting from him.
Okay, then I'll step away. Oh, but this thing's still here, right?
Yep.
Okay, then I guess that's my turn.
Okay. It is Donatello. You're up.
Okay. So this one beside me has dropped headless to the floor.
Yep.
I'm gonna swing over. Actually, no, I'll just continue the sword chop. I guess straight down on the one in front of me.
Okay.
Do a head cleave attempt. Oh, roll over 25 to hit.
20. That will hit.
That hits a ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to disappoint that I killed your little vampire.
Oh, he's not the only one.
7.
I didn't tell you that.
7, and if it's undead,
Yes.
I can't help it if the dice rolls in my
5
favor
extra,
tonight.
so 12.
12. Okay.
Second
so how
attack,
much damage? Yeah. So 12 on the first damage.
20 to hit,
Yep.
and
I
10
still love you,
damage
Lance.
plus 2 damage.
So how much total?
What was it, 12 the first one, 12 the second one? So 24.
Okay. Okay.
And then if it still isn't dead, then
No,
I'll use
he's
my
dead.
regular.
He's dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you charge forward and you're starting to realize that this sword was made for like situations exactly like this.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel pretty confident. And actually, I didn't realize it's just the sword. I'm starting to think it's my training. And I take my regular longsword as a dual wielder, and have the extra attack or 2 weapon fighting thing. So take another swipe with that one.
So the one in front of you is gone. So
Yeah, I was just gonna shuffle over 5 feet to
Okay.
the side.
Okay.
Because this one ran away from us and it swiped at
Yes.
this buffoon that we've been following around, and I ended up I think I got a 11 to hit.
That misses.
Like
Okay.
Put that sword back away.
All right. So the three of Kenkari has her back to the shadow demon. So the three of you see as these demons, they step into the shadow, they disappear for a moment, and then Arabella,
Of course.
they appear, they step out of the shadows beside you
Sup?
and attack. $23, I'm assuming does hit.
No.
Sorry. For 8 points of damage.
Okay.
That one
Do I
misses.
see this happening at all?
You just saw them disappear. You have no idea where they went.
Yeah, okay.
But you probably just heard me go, fuck.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
16. Does that hit?
Just, yeah.
Okay. Or 15 more points of damage. As you feel like them rip these claws that form, and you can feel like your essence being pulled into the shadows. As it's not physical damage, the claws are going through you, but they're literally pulling your life force into the shadow.
Yeah.
And then they bonus action,
Of course.
step into the shadows.
I wouldn't have gotten an opportunity attack, correct?
No, because the bonus action disengage, and then they go back into the shadows.
Oh, disengage is a bonus action. I miss my rogue.
All right, and it's their turn, and the ghouls are done. And this little spawn thing is not. Oop. Who's he going to attack? He's going to attack Sozzy, and even with a 18, that I know that does not hit you because you're a tank, and you took out my magic user. And so the Sozzy, you're next.
Great! You attacked me first. That means I can seek rightful vengeance upon you. And I'll attack, because that's what I do.
Okay.
Do I have any advantages?
Yes, lots.
Great.
Popular one.
I rolled 2 1s.
Oh,
Crit fails.
Genius.
Oh,
And all
Alright,
of a sudden, all the alcohol that you have drank hits you at one time.
At one
And
time.
you stab yourself in the foot.
Oh no! Wait, do I stab myself in the foot? Do I have to do damage to myself?
No. Take one
Okay.
point of humiliation damage.
1 point of awkward damage.
Oh no! All right,
Awkward.
second attack. Let's
I
go.
told you not to drink on the job.
So, as that's going on, you see out of the shadow.
All right, rolling with
Steps.
advantage again. That'll be
Are you attacking again? No, you don't get attacked again. You had 2 critical failures.
no.
With
The two,
advantage.
those that I rolled 2 critical failures on advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think you should get to,
So
get
this one is
to attack
a
me
24
again?
to attack.
Yes, that hits.
He needs his redeeming moment. I
He was
will
using
allow
his
you
channel.
2 nat 20s.
The channel points to get the advantage. That's why.
Mhm.
Alrighty, and that looks like that is 7 points of damage to that person.
Okay.
And then I will bonus action attack 1 more time.
Okay.
Do I have any more advantages?
yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
I'm
so far you have the most.
I'm just gonna keep going then. That probably does not hit. 14.
On that thing, yeah, that hits.
Oh, sweet.
Mhm.
That looks like that will be 8 damage. No, that's not. That is false. Because that is a different kind of attack. I'm gonna roll that. That'll be 9 damage.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
Is that with a +2 spear?
It is. It is. It is indeed.
So, what'd you roll? How much
it was
damage you do?
It was 9 damage plus.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Remix.
Sozzy's frozen up there.
I did the first.
It's also turned into a war.
We'll get to you in a second, Eric. Okay, so as that's
please.
happening, as that is happening, you see another creature step out of the darkness, flanked by 2 female creatures that are just kind of like shambling towards you. And we are at the back with Arabella.
With me, huh? All right. So as my bonus action, I will move my Slayer's Prey on the new vampire. And
You recognize this one.
I Oh, it's my little friend that ripped my pretty dress.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I so enjoy killing you. Or at least turning you into a mess. Alright, so just to amuse Lance, I will roll this in roll 20. Actually, I have one more advantage.
You actually have more. Hang on, let me pull it back up.
Well, I knew I had two. That was the last time I checked.
You currently have 2. Yep.
So I guess I'll use one. And of course, do I remember the code? No, I don't. Okay, I'll just do it this way. 2d20 plus 10. Alright, so yeah, does a 29 hit?
Yes, a 29 does hit.
Okay. So roll 1d8 plus 1d6. Plus 5. So 14 damage.
Okay.
And then I will roll again. And does it? And I'm assuming a 26 hits.
Yes.
6 plus 5. So 14.
So 28 total.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then I'm just like, I'm coming for you. And then I will use my movement to get up to next to Donatello. And that is my turn.
Okay. Okay. All right. Kenkari, it's your turn.
Okay. I am gonna go ahead and cast Spirit Guardians on myself. Well, obviously. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I know how to do things.
I am not a Roll20 whiz, so you know.
You're fine, Lance. Don't worry about it.
Doing great. One thing you could do if you wanted to was just when you're doing anything with health or whatever, if you take health off something, you can just click on the token and then click where their health is and then just type minus whatever and then hit enter and it'll
enter. That's what I was doing. That's what I couldn't figure out. So
So yeah, can cast that. And then I'm going to come up closer to the middle of the room. Is this a thing? Why am I just not noticing that? What is this?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. I was like, whoa now.
I thought it was like another ghoul or something.
No.
Yeah, so that was my action, my movement. I think that's all that I have. Yeah, that's all I have. Okay, so that's for sure.
Okay.
Yep, so anything that is not my friend that comes in the circle has to make a wisdom save, or that starts his turn there. And their speeds are halved.
All right, so that's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Donatello, you're up.
Right. Can I see it all? What's going on in the middle of the room, like with this?
Yeah. You
footprint
basically
altar?
saw another vampiric or 3 vampiric type creatures step forward.
I was more referring to like what Kenkari is like standing on or whatever. Is it giant footprints or something?
It's basically a altar or a dais type thing in the middle here, where it's basically those little groove things look like they're grooves in the stone.
Okay. Seeing as I've never seen anything like that, as far as I can tell, I'm just gonna run around this guy and start swinging the good sword.
Okay.
Yeah. 20 to hit. Because I should
Yes.
just make sure it's not a crit. Yeah, it's not a crit. And 8 plus 3, 11 damage. And then if he's still alive, he's getting another slash.
Okay.
That one's for 12 damage. It was 24 to hit for 18 total damage. So
yeah. How much? Total?
Another 18 plus the first one, which was 11. So 29 total.
Okay. Yeah, so you slash through him.
All right, and then I guess I'll use my bonus action to do that that spell that seemed to work last time as well.
Okay.
Wrathful Smite. And I'll talk to... hello, Aegis. Give me that special super juice again.
And you see the sword just flares.
Aha! Come and get some. What have you done with my brother?
And so you feel him this time appear behind you, Arabella.
Mhm.
Well, first one misses you completely. Second one hits once for it was a horrible roll. 7 points of damage.
Yeah, Arabella's starting to look a little rough.
Did I see that one happening?
Yeah, you see these guys phase in, they step out of the shadows, attack, and then step out of the shadows.
I would like to roll a d8. Use one of my mental abilities I've been working on for the longest time.
Okay.
And that's a 7 plus a 2. So you could take off 9 damage from that attack.
So I take none.
So what you see, Arabella, as you're like, okay, you're ready for it this time. You know they're coming, and so you're prepared. The first one you dodge without any problems. The second one you step out of its way, but it was waiting for you to move that time, and it goes to swipe. And just as you brace yourself for the impact, a wall of force comes down between you, and his hand bounces off of it, and then the wall disappears.
I'll just give you a
Thanks.
All right, that guy is going.
It's just a reaction. No problemo.
And these guys, so Kenkari, you see the 3 other vampiric creatures kind of look at your spirit guardians as they're circling you, and you can tell they're agitated. So this one is just going to and they are going to just circle around like this.
Okay.
And we are back up to Arabella.
Oh, that was quick. Wait, did we miss Saucy's turn?
What about the Sozzy?
Oh, Sozzy went. He went. No, it is Saucy's turn. Sorry, Sozzy, your turn.
I was about to say.
Yeah, so Saucy's
His
at
foot's
the
still
bottom
sore.
of the round. Yeah.
Gotcha. How's Arabella looking?
Great. She's
Not great.
not great.
All right. I'm gonna slap you because you're 5 feet away from me, and I'm gonna say, "Suck it up," and go ahead and take 30 points of healing.
Dang.
Never mind about my message then.
Oh,
No, he didn't get off. She knocked him out that first turn, so you did not want to experience.
There's a private message she's talking about.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no.
Sorry.
Oh.
What? There was a private message? No, I don't see it.
In roll 20, Goober.
It wasn't me.
No, Jen sent me a private message. Never mind.
Nope.
Thank you for the healing.
I'm
Please
looking for a
disregard all
message too.
messages.
But they caught you on the camera. It wasn't me. So yeah, I think that's my
Now I gotta do a sing along.
that's my what? That's my action.
Yes.
My action.
I know we need
Okay.
more. We need more songs. Patrick.
Tune in at an undetermined time to see Eric sing as many random songs as he can think of.
In sea shanty form.
Possible. Arabella, you're up.
Okay, so the vampire decided to move closer. Okay. All right. Shooty. Who I've been shooting? Assume that hits.
Which one are you shooting?
The vampire.
Yes, 27. That will hit. Mhm.
Okay. So 17.
Okay.
And again, don't forget these are holy water
Mhm.
arrows. I'm gonna try going sharpshooter, and that's a nat 1.
And that will miss. Do you want to move or are you going to stay there?
I'm gonna move a little bit further in the Spirit Guardians. And that is my turn.
Okay.
See, those
Kenkari,
demons
what
wanna
are you
try to
going
come
to
at
do?
me now.
Okay, well, now I will go ahead and I will do my spiritual weapon. Go ahead and pull that fun guy out. And I will place it against this one. And it'll attack.
That little guy right there? Okay.
The this witchy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, cool.
And he gets an attack, right?
Yep, I just gotta get back to that page. I'm going to use one of my advantages to move it. Maybe if I can figure out how to do it. Please stop. Here we go. Yeah. So 22 to hit.
That will hit.
And 7 points of... Ooh, is it radiant damage?
Force damage.
Force damage, yeah.
So how much?
7.
Very good. Donatello, you're up.
Okay. Guess I will see these things circling around, and the sword told me to stay away watch out for the main vampire thing. So, seeing as somebody took one down already, I'll let them do that again, and I'll charge out this way, and I'll couple attacks on this thing. Don't let me down now, my friend. Oh, nat 20 for a 28. And because I put my other sword away, I've only got the one sword out, so I'm just gonna do the versatile.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 10 plus a d8 if it's undead, or so 13 for the first attack.
Okay.
With the crit, unfortunately. And a 19. Wow, I rolled 19. 27 to hit, and 10 plus.
So you'll double the damage on the dice, and then you get your regular plus d8 to hit.
Right. 18 plus 17. 2 attacks. Oh,
35.
and I have a Wrathful Smite for the first attack. So that's another 2. So 37.
37?
37 damage. And I might as well, because if it's still there,
yes,
I will use one of my psionic powers to immediately after you target a creature within 30 feet of you within attack, I can deal 1d8 plus 2 force damage to the target. So another 7 damage.
Okay. So what you see as you're striking this creature, you realize that you're hitting it, its human features are kind of coming back to it. And you can actually see almost like remorse in its eyes as it begins to kind of just start shrieking away from you. And is just holding up its hands.
You do not like my sword, do you? This is the power of virtue.
So what happens next? You see the Kenkari, you see the shadow demons kind of step out of the shadows around, and they're looking at your spiritual weapon, and they're just kind of swaying back and forth. If you ever want to learn, just step into the shadows, and we will guide you. You have the power. It's audible. It's not in your head. Mm-hmm.
What is is there any reaction to?
Nope. And they fade. About that time, you hear a voice. Stop! This must end. This cannot continue. I will no longer have this in my house.
Do we all hear that?
Yes. And you see out of the shadow steps Baron von Rothschild and the Baroness. And you hear the vampires all kind of as they kind of fall back. This must end. You are a guest in my home. Even though you were brought here under ill intent, I believe we have had enough bloodshed for tonight. And you see, as this is going on, Kenkari, you see the mist of the vampire that was beside you trying to fight through your spirit guardians to get away, and your spirit guardians are trying to keep him pinned down.
Mm-hmm.
I wish not to fight with you. And they're hovering. They're full
The
intent
Rothschilds?
What? The Rothschilds.
The Rothschilds are hovering?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And you see the Baroness turn. My lord, I believe our welcome has run out in this town. Perhaps it's time to move on. He turns. I believe you are right, my dear, but we owe these good folk an explanation. Know farewell that all of these that you see around you were done. They have joined me of their own free will. They are not pets. Do not keep humans as pets. They chose to join what we are, and they chose to attack you.
What are you?
Is it not obvious? A creature of the night, as they call them.
Vampire.
How do you explain what you did to my brother?
I can explain, but here is not the time, or here is not the place to have this conversation. I mean you no harm. And we will end this fight. We will end this evening. And we will have explanations from those that have put this to motion. And you, kind sir, you hold a very ancient sword. Be wary of his magic. It is not unlike my own.
Wary of you right now.
As you should be. But I have no quarrel with you. It is time to end this. And you see, like, the other vampire is kind of walking around. He's like, hold. You were supposed to bring guests to my home, not try to feed on them. You are fortunate to be full of arrows. It could be a lot worse. And you see the mist kind of just like swirl. You have caused far too much trouble in this land. It is time for you to leave. And he looks at you, Donatello. There is a way. But you need to speak with that one. And he nods toward Kenkari. Come. It is time to find some answers to this dilemma. I wish you, as guest in my home, to join me in my private sanctuary where I have two more guests awaiting an explanation of these course of events. You've caused enough problems, but you are definitely a worthy adversary, and I fear that we will meet again one day. But for now, the Baroness and I would like to host you, if that is of your mind. Or you are free to leave.
I drop my spirit guardians and I start walking towards them.
Toward the Baron and Baroness?
Yes.
Okay. The Baron turns to the Baroness and goes, would you, my dear? I believe we have guests waiting for us. She's like, yes, my lord. So she turns, and you see, you know the spell. She does her fingers like that, and a portal opens up. Assume, Kenkari, you've had studies in the magical natures of travel. As you know, it can only hold it for a few moments. Would you and your friends care to join us?
And I look over my shoulder at Arabella, totally expecting her to like say something, and I'm going to tell her to shut up and let's go. We need answers, not arrows.
I require answers as well. You are this Kenkari.
Yes. Who are you? I don't know you.
Donatello, Kenkari, Donatello, let's just get this over with.
And I go through the portal.
I'll go right after.
I guess I have to follow her now. I'm gonna take one look over before I start walking away from this vampire spawn thing, whatever it is, and start moving away. But I just want to make sure it's not gonna be doing anything hostile.
No, it is completely frightened of you. You can actually see, like, this is like a recently turned vampire. There's still like a little bit of their humanity left inside, and it's actually, you can see like just the fear in its face. It's like it's battling this desire to go after you versus the fleeing of seeking safety.
Yeah, before I go through the portal, I'm gonna look at the vampire I fought earlier, and I'm just gonna do before I go in.
Yeah, I guess heading through the portal.
Saucy, time to join the party.
Another portal? Why not?
Portal. What do you call? As I leave, I'm gonna do at the scared vampire to try to get it to flinch and then laugh at it and then walk through the portal.
2 for flinching.
So you find, as you step to the portal, you find yourself up here in a little sitting area. Inside, you see Lord Ambrose, who told you the tale of his missing crystal ball. You see Sophia, like on a chair with blood covering her dress. And you can see she is barely lucid.
Boy, you fucked her up, Sophie. I don't know if I should be ashamed or proud of you.
Definitely proud.
All right,
I followed my heart.
They are killing this. This is the woman who came to help my brother, to try to help my brother.
She was, yes, and also the woman who refused to help the people being dragged unconscious down the well.
You're just so mad because she wouldn't accept your date.
You see Lord Ambrose kind of bristle at the side of the Baron, the Baroness, and he's like, "What is the meaning of this?" And the Baron, "These two were guests of yours. You brought them into my home. Next thing I know, they are underground. They are killing." Lord Ambrose steps back and goes, "I just wanted my crystal ball. That is all. He's like this." And the Baroness steps forward and he goes, "This trifle, it doesn't even work." Lord Ambrose turns. He goes, "What do you mean it doesn't work? It's a crystal ball. I have seen Sophia and Rajan tell me things about my shipments and things about what was going to happen next." The Baron turns to him and goes, "You are a fool." "What do you mean? This has no magical property other than it's been disguised." You see Sophia steps up. "Lord Ambrose, you're a fool and incompetent. You're just merely a pawn. Kenkari, I am most impressed. And I expect you to find favor among vampires."
That was an
"I
accident.
expected you dead."
Wait, Sophia's saying this?
"Yes. Do you know what it's like? Kenkari this, Kenkari that. Oh, look how great Kenkari is.
Well, look, yeah.
I've had to deal with that.
I told
For
you that you
5
had
years.
to say
Gosh,
it.
Kenkari. I've had enough of your voice."
Arabella's gonna step in front of Kenkari and look at Sophia.
"Get away from me." You see the Baron step forward and turns. He goes, "That's enough. I am not a mere pawn to be messed with. I'm not a player in your game. Do not test me ever again." I'll allow you to leave my home this night. But trust me, Lord Ambrose, we will never do business again, nor will you be allowed to any venture that I may. Sophia, I will allow you to leave with your life, but be warned, if you ever step foot anywhere near anything I do, that will be the last step that you make. As for the rest of you,
Where you catch me in the street.
I apologize. And he tosses you, or he takes the crystal ball from Lady from the Baroness and just tosses it to you, Kenkari. I believe that you already know that this has been enchanted with some spell.
Yeah.
And Lord Ambrose is like, but how was I to know? I mean, and the Baroness turns to him. What, you fool? She's a diviner. She can make it say anything you want. And Rajan is an illusionist. He made you see what you wanted to see. It was all a trick. The Baron turns to you. I believe the festivities are over for the evening. Baroness, will you please ask our guests to leave? This will be the last night we have in Suzail. As for you, my friend, he looks at you, Donatello.
I was about to say stop right there. But go on.
Kenkari, I've been told, or I've heard, has a way in people's minds. She may have a way to help your brother. The Baroness steps forward. I apologize. He was a little out of control. He fed too deeply on too many guests. I am sorry, but he is right. She can step into the mind. Maybe she can undo what he has done.
Maybe you should not go anywhere until I figure this out. Say last night in Suzail, I say you stay. Till you've made sure that all these loose ends you are speaking of are cleared up. Because this is something that cannot stand, the suffering that you have put upon these people.
He looks at you. Very well. I will wait. I will see. I will confirm that your brother is well.
So this Kenkari, suppose my pleasure to meet you.
Your pleasure indeed.
I am in need
I still don't know
of
who you are. I look at Arabella. Still don't know who he is or why he's here. What?
I apologize. My name is Donatella Bristol, as your friends have been aware. He almost killed my brother, and I was prepared to kill him. But if you can help, this is all I care about. He's sick.
I'm more than willing to try, but I've never really. I'll try.
I believe my brother was here last year. I know he was. He has told me that much, but his mind is not right now. His mind is broken, and it's getting worse. These vampires have changed him, and now they are telling me you have this power to change him back, bring him to his old self.
I've never tried to fix someone's someone's brain. I've never seen anyone that can take pieces of someone's mind and feed off of it like this. And I might be able to find out and be better, but right now I don't know if I'm enough. And I'll look at the shadows, thinking about what they were saying.
Do anything you put your mind to, shadows or no. You know, I believe in you, and that's what's more important.
Kenkari, she's our lass. If she can't do it, no one can.
Sozzy, I love your songs.
I love you too. Sophia,
I'm gonna
what is
Lesser Restoration on Saucy, just trying to sober him up a little.
what is Sophia wearing? Just out of curiosity.
She was just wearing like an evening gown. You know,
What color? What color is it? What color is it?
It's blue.
It's blue. Fantastic.
Besides blood, yeah. It's
blood.
Representative of. It's the kind of the midnight blue of the representative of the class of.
I'm gonna say Sophia, listen to me.
Sozzy.
Green is not a good color on you. It clashes with your eyes. You do not wear it well. Just let it go.
She just waves.
Sozzy, she's not worth the breath.
Sozzy, you could do better than her.
I thought
Clearly
maybe
this is blue. Just say.
What? It was a metaphor, Donatello. Metaphor, green, for envy and jealousy. Clearly, the envy and jealousy she feels toward my compatriot Kenkari.
Just as a show of good faith and
you've been
a better person, I'm gonna just put my hand on Sophia and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at level.
Oh, don't do that! Don't waste it. If she had studied better, then she would be better, and she could do it herself.
It's called being the bigger person.
You realize she just sold all of us out, right?
Yeah, we'll get her at a later date. But for now.
I mean, I was pretty close to getting her.
No, you weren't, honey.
I mean,
by a long shot.
I mean, pretty close.
No, let it go.
I was like almost there.
You
On the
were
edge.
almost there off a cliff. I'm ready to go get some sleep and a few drinks. So let's get the hell out of here.
Well, yes, I would like it if this Kenkari, would you accompany me to my estate, my lord's estate? My brother and I have rooms there. He is resting. It is something the only reason I came to this amazing party.
Who told you I could help you?
Literally the vampire guy, right? Like 5 seconds ago.
Oh, if you would, well, that
Like
too.
everybody.
Yes, that one. I'll go with that. Yes.
But you said that you came here to find me, and he just told you this just now. So who told you originally that I could help you?
Well, I mean, my ancestors have a sort of you see the cloak, the purple dragon cloak. Someone connected to that was informing me that you were the one to speak to, the only one that could help him come back. So he might have been a ghost.
That's not the strangest thing I've ever heard. Is my magic in my head going off or anything?
Okay.
Kenkari, if when you kind of you doing your thing mentally, kind of pinging off of everybody, you ping off of Donatello almost like not exactly a kindred spirit, but whose mind is different from the other ones that you've touched. Like there is a strength there. There is a determination that is mentally there, that is not that Arabella or Sozzy or anyone else that you meet doesn't have determination, but an ability there that is different that you've never felt before.
Can I get in his head?
Yep.
Yeah, way to make me and Saucy feel special at Lance. Thanks.
Well, you can't cast psionics, so
Right, yeah. I'm like, Jen knows what's happening. Okay, cool. When I feel that, then I'm gonna try to do my telepathy to see if I can get through it. And I'm not necessarily being ugly, but I'm gonna say like, I can help you, or I will try to help you.
Okay. So I will tell you this. So as you enter his mind, you can tell him this, but there's almost like as soon as you enter it, there's a fortress. And it's like someone comes to the top of the parapets and looks down on you.
Kianis, who is it?
No, it's him, but it's kind of like his mental image of
Gotcha.
you. You've entered into his mind. And
Cool. Okay. Then I'll look around at it and I'll look up at him, and of course this is all like in our minds. But this is very impressive.
I have not been doing this very long, but I appreciate that. How are you here? What's going on?
It's my thing. It's what I do.
No one comes here. This is my thing, my head.
There's not very many like me.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that's why they think that I can help your brother. And I don't know if I can, but I will try. And if I can't, then I think I know how I can find out.
Okay, I would be in your debt forever if you could do this. Please, what do you require?
I guess I need to get to your brother.
Let us not waste any time. I mean, I will invite you all if you would like to come. Hold on. Would all of you like to join me to my lord's residence, the Ambersons?
Absolutely. Will there be drink there?
Yes, there will be drink. We have plenty of food. Drink is.
Say no more. Say no more. I'm there.
It is not a party, but it is.
Oh,
There is.
trust me. 5
It
minutes
is a
in,
party.
Saucy will make it a party. Trust me.
It is a party.
for the for time's sake, we will cut to the Amberson estate.
While we're walking there, can I hand him? Can I hand Sozzy a Kaiser? And just be like, you should eat something. Get something in there.
Eat some food.
I just keep my arm around Kenkari and just say, I'm glad you're okay.
Of course I'm okay. I told you guys not to do it.
Honey, you know how I am. If my family's in danger, I take out the danger. Your family. Your family. And you know this. And then I just do the annoying brush your nose and walk away.
Suddenly I'm a wolf and I bite the fuck out of you.
But you're not.
Okay.
So you enter the estate, and as you approach it, word has kind of gotten around of what you were going to do and what Lord Amberson done. And as you're approaching, there's almost like a welcoming party. Lady Amberson comes forward and is motioning you into the house. Come quick, come quick, come quick. He's stirring.
What is he stirring?
He has not stirred in a while.
And you enter into the bedchamber and you see Raphael laid on the bed. You can see him tossing and turning, like he's breathing heavy. He's in turmoil.
I'll run up to him and grab his hand, and then take a look at him, and then just look up at Kenkari like, please, Please, help my brother.
And I'll try and do the whole jumping into his mind thing.
Okay. So as you sit beside him and you have the mental link, you instantly notice the imprint, that same imprint that the mind vampire had on you is here. You enter into his mind. And what normally is you going around, detecting people's thoughts and having that mental link with them, it's clear. But
Opening their
here
file cabinets.
Yeah. It's fog everywhere. And there's a swirling wind. What you see off in the distance is a bench with a young woman sitting on it.
I'll go towards her.
She looks up and she motions towards you. And as you get closer, you can see that she's casually dressed. I will say that you will notice that she is a little out of style for what her clothes look older in style than what you would say you would traditionally see being worn right now.
Okay.
She has long black hair, and she has a little violet pinned to her cloak.
Do I recognize her?
She looks awfully familiar because you can see that she has a resemblance of, her look is similar to the high priestess in the of the cleric and Mistra that you trained at.
Sorry, so she's the high cleric at the temple.
She looks like that. She looks like she has the same look, not the same face, but the same look.
Do I get any feelings from her? I guess an insight check.
I will tell you this: you get a feeling of power off of her, but not malevolence, just power.
Then I'll go up to her, and if there's room on the bench, I'll sit next to her.
She turns. Kenkari, it is a pleasure to finally meet you.
It is your pleasure, but I don't know who you are.
And she kind of laughs. It's funny, Kenkari. There's some people that call me Mother of the Weave. There's some people that call me the Lady of Mysteries. That's one of my personal favorites. But mostly I prefer to be called Midnight. You're in a very troubling place, are you not?
I'm inside of someone's broken mind, if that's what you mean. Why are you here, of all places? This is just a person, right?
Do you not know who I am, Kenkari?
Yes.
I was a young woman, not unlike you, many, many years ago. Do you have time for a short story, Kenkari? Don't worry, it will help you.
Oh,
it will help
okay.
you understand what is going on.
Okay, then I'll put my hands in my lap and try to be quiet.
As an aside to Donatello, I'm going to say nobody who's really famous ever has to say, "Do you know who I am?"
Okay.
I don't hear them. I don't know what you can hear, but I don't hear anything.
Let the girl do her work.
Is this all in their mind?
Yeah, this is all in Kenkari's mind. Technically, this would be like a whisper, but we're not.
Never mind.
Are you hearing those words again in your brains?
No, I don't hear anything. I mean,
Sozzy, I'm telling you, you need to ease up on the drinking. You're hearing voices again.
Kenkari, I once had an adventuring party not unlike yours in a very troubling time. We even fought gods. And one day, the weave exploded. Mystra fell from the heavens. We fought, and we triumphed over a great evil, or so we thought. And I, a young woman, Midnight, was given the goddess's blessing, and I became Mystra. What you are experiencing here is a rebirth of a very powerful weapon. As you know, you pray to me, and I grant you spells. Wizards pull from the weave with components, with spoken words, to produce the magic they desire. But this vampire and your friend that is standing out there have learned to enter people's minds and pull from the weave with only a mental thought. It's dangerous, powerful, but can be used for good like all magic. I'll tell you another story. I thought I was safe. I was a goddess. I was the weave. The weave did not exist without me. But yet, I did not know that there was another goddess who wished to have the same power that I have. She created another weave, one that could be accessed without my knowledge.
Through the shadows.
Through the shadows. Be careful, Kenkari. Though it may produce the same effects that I can produce, and that you can produce, it is by no means something to be trifled with. But you are a strong, brave young woman, and I will not tell you what to do. You will figure that on your own. But now you have a task before you. And she waves her hand, and the mist clears. And you see like a smaller version of Raphael in a bed. You see this dark figure hovering over it, pulling energy from it. He doesn't have long, Kenkari. Reach out. His brother needs to be pulled in. Reach out to him and bring him in. It will be hard. It will be a strain. But you can do this. I did not touch you to not have an opportunity to see you succeed. I will leave you now, but always remember, I am with you. Go help this man.
Okay. So, and she just vanishes and I'm sitting on a bench?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll start pepping myself up. She says you can do it. Mistra says, I can do it. It probably means I can do it. I don't feel like I can do it, but I can probably do it. And then I'll just concentrate on this person, on Donatello, that I don't really know, but I guess I can feel his connection to his brother, and I pull on that to bring him in.
Okay. Donatello, this is what you feel. As you can see, you see Kenkari, and she's kind of, she'll give a movement every once in a while. She'll kind of nod her head. She'll twist it quizzingly. And then a second, you feel a connection. You feel like you're being pulled into the mental world. You're being pulled. Aegis is like Aegis. You hear Aegis in your mind. She's made the connection.
Please, I feel it. Like a river. Okay. Path.
Do you enter?
I will try to, complete
Okay.
this.
I'm gonna Beetlejuice them.
Yeah.
Donatello.
Donatello, let me go. So sorry. So as you're reaching out to him, Kenkari, you feel a shift in the wind, and Donatello is standing next to you. Donatello, you see your brother on a bed with a figure standing over you, or hovering over it, and then it turns and sees you. For the sake of this, you both have access to all of your abilities, your spells, your psionics, everything. Okay? Vanessa, or Arabella and Sozzy, you see both of them automatically, just like their eyes flipping the back of your heads. You have an opportunity to affect what happens. So on your turn, you can say something, give me a skill, something, whatever you want to do to interact with either one of them while all of this is going on. Okay, so this isn't going to be a traditional, we're not going to roll initiative or anything like that. Well, I'm going to borrow something that we do in Star Wars, and then I'm going to let you choose what order that you go in to determine what happens.
This is super exciting, Lance. Can you give me just a quick recap of what we see happening? Because I'm not sure how much of this is happening in the minds of people and how much of this we actually see.
So what Arabella and Sozzy see, and everyone outside is seeing, or it's kind of like observing this, what you're seeing is basically at this point, Donatello and Kenkari are holding hands. Okay? They're basically, they're holding hands, like Kenkari has one hand of Raphael, Donatello has one hand, and then Kenkari and Donatello are holding hands. And I'll give you this. I mean, this is something, even you both cast magic, so you can both touch the weave by any means. You can feel like there's magic just pouring out from this. I mean, if it could glow, it could glow. You see the sword that Donatello that has been holding, resting on the bed, just glowing. It's illuminating the room.
Got it. I'll turn to Arabella and I'll say, Arabella, we must complete the circle. And I'll walk over and I'll take Kenkari's hand and I'll hold my hand out.
You can't.
I can't take their hand?
One hand is on Raphael, one hand is on Donatello. The second, are you just going to like rest your hand on her hand?
Rest the hand on the hand.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay. All right. So what skill do you want to use to
what skill do I want to use? That is a great question.
Or you can be a stat. Just I'll help you out. Like charisma. You're like, you can pull on your deity's power to infuse truth into this situation. Something like that.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I think that I will rest my hands on Instead of the hands, since like the hands are all joined already.
No.
Great time.
I'm going to do
That was a great
like
pose.
one hand on each shoulder on Donatello and Kenkari, and
Okay.
and support and try to bring in the power of friendship. Just
Okay.
straight up anime
Just give me a d20 roll.
power. And that's what we're gonna go with. Yeah, I will roll it. I will roll it for anymore. Yes, no.
You cut out a little bit.
Did you roll?
Sorry,
Did you
do I
roll?
have any more advantages?
Oh,
Sorry. Double check. You had to. Let's see. Where is it? Yes, you have one advantage.
Because if not, I rolled a 4. I rolled
Holy
another 4.
jeez.
Okay.
I rolled 2 4s.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go next?
I will. I'll
you have an
put my.
advantage. You have an
What?
advantage.
I have an advantage.
Arabella has
2
advantages.
Okay. So wait, I do or I don't?
You have 2.
I have 2. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Okay. So kind of, I will put one hand on Kenkari, and I'll put one hand on Raphael, and I'll look up to the heavens, and I will speak to my deity, the goddess of the hunt, and I will use survival to ask my deity to help them guide the path back to our realm.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's see if it'll work in my favor.
Okay.
22.
Okay. Kenkari, Donatello.
So I'm currently seeing a ether or a different version of my brother.
Mm-hmm. And some
And-
type of force over him.
Sometime, okay. Do I have the sword with me?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to talk to the sword and tell it.
When you go to talk to it, you can't.
I was gonna say, light up, but I guess I can't speak. So I will look at Kenkari and wait for her to act before I do anything, because I feel out of my element right now. I will just kind of, definitely be waiting until I know what's going on a little bit more. A little scared right now.
Over the bed, it's like the vampire essence, basically.
Yes. So you feel the vampire's essence here, but this is some type of psychic or psionic force that is harming his brother.
So I'm looking over at her and I'm like, what do I do?
Tell him that's the thing that's hurting your brother. So if you want your brother back, we need to get that thing gone first. And I will do something. How far away is he? 30 feet? Or is it like
If you want to move, you move.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
you want to
yeah.
move.
Oh, okay,
move.
cool. Well, then I'm gonna move up towards him, up towards Raphael, and I'm gonna cast Beacon of Hope on him.
Okay. What does it do?
Probably nothing, but bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range, and if Donatello is walking up with me, then he'll fall under it too.
Okay.
But each target has advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Okay. So this is what happens. You have your conversation. For a second, both of you feel like Sozzy's hand on you, and there's a vibration of something, but it doesn't quite get through. As you step forward, you cast this beacon of hope over his brother. The thing recoils back and turns and looks at you. And as he does that, a woman dressed in hunting leathers, holding 2 swords, appears next to you, Donatello. And she points out a sword, and there's a beam of light that goes out. Arabella called me to you. You have a majestic weapon. You have a creature that is meant to not exist. You know what to do. I will light the way. And you see the thing that this creature turns and just releases this gale towards you. I need you both to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Us?
Yes.
Okay, so at least we have advantage. So I did that right.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have advantage anyway.
Saucy, what you see on Arabella, you just see like a moment of peace, because you can tell she's probably reaching out to her deity.
15.
Okay.
Good thing, dirty 20. Because we both have advantage, don't forget.
I got a 15 and a 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
So you both are just buffeted by this blast of psychic energy, and you both save, so you both take 10 points of damage.
Oh,
So
nice.
again, I'll let you choose who does what. Arabella, Sozzy, you can continue to affect what happens by your actions on the outside.
Gotcha. You said there's something that's pulling on Raphael.
You can't see
He's
that,
like
but
hovering
yeah.
above it.
Mhm.
We can't see that.
But but for Donatello and Kenkari, it has stopped. Your beacon of hope is shining down, so it basically caused the creature to separate from him. So on the outside, the two of Arabella and Sozzy, you see him relax for a moment, like his breathing slows down.
I need to make a concentration check, actually.
So, Raphael too, is he like conscious at all? Is he aware of the situation?
No,
What I'm gonna
that
do,
saves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do, if it's okay if I go first.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna cast
Bold assumption, Vanessa.
I'm gonna cast protection from evil on Raphael.
Okay.
And give a second. Okay, what does protection from evil? Because I cast it myself and I totally forgot what it does. All right, protection from evil. Okay. So I will protect him from undead. And this protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. It also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If they're already charmed, frightened, or possessed, they have advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant event.
Okay.
And I will say, may the light always guide you away from the darkness. And that's kind of my incantation as I cast the spell.
So who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I'm going to look at Raphael and Donatello, and I'm going to just open my heart to them and really like take them in as my friends. And I'm going to expand my aura to them and allow them to take that extra +4 to any of their saving throws as I consider them true friends and comrades. And then I'm going to, reach across. I had my hands on both Donatello and Kenkari for this time, but I'm going to reach across and put both of my hands on Raphael, and I'm going to try to say, "Walk it off," and try to give him a lesser restoration and try to cure whatever it is that is ailing him.
Okay.
That'll be it. That's me.
Feeling like I've been told that I should be attacking this thing, I'm not going to hold back anymore. I'm going to run in and start just unleashing the power of goodness and just the warmth and the light, and hopefully trying to get all of that out and see if it has any effect on my...
Okay. So just roll to attack.
Okay. First attack, 18.
Okay. That will hit.
Second attack, 20.
That will hit.
And third attack with a regular longsword, a 7.
Okay.
So the first one does 6 plus a d8. So 13. And the second one does... So it's a total of 26, total of 34. And I will do the bonus action of psionic energy strike there with it.
Okay.
And so that's going to be another d8 plus 2. So 34, 40. And then I'll action surge.
Okay.
Feeling like that went well. I'm doing something. I'm going to action surge and do 2 more attacks with the big sword. So the first one is a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is a 25. So that's 13. 6 is 19. 2d8s.
Okay.
10.
So how much total?
10 is 29 plus 40. 69 damage.
Okay. Kenkari, what are you doing?
If I've noticed that the vampiric presence is turning away from my beacon, then I'm going to go ahead and use my channel divinity to try to get it even farther away.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So what happens is you feel a protective sphere, first of all, drop as Arabella's protection from evil spell penetrates and begins to envelop this creature in in a ball, cutting it off completely from Raphael. You feel Sozzy's deity and charisma enter into the fray as it vitality just
Into the fray.
springs. Sorry, I know. Springs forth into the it springs life into Raphael, and you can see him begin to rise up. You see Donatello fly through the air, just with his sword, start slashing this thing as bits of energy just come flying off of it. And finally, you pull up your holy symbol, you command it to no longer exist. And in a bright blast, it shatters. Arabella, Sozzy, you see life return to Raphael as his eyes open. You see him breathing. You see Donatello, Kenkari, you see him set up from his bed. He looks at you, Donatello. What took you so long, brother?
Raphael! Ah! Ha, ha!
I wrap an
so
arm
long.
around Kenkari and Sozzy and just hug them both.
I'm just gonna tackle hug him. And
that is where we will end the tale tonight of a heist that turned into a battle of mental of the mind.
I was gonna say I can telekinetically move one person closer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just group hug.
So thank you all for joining us this evening. I hope you were entertained. I had a blast bringing this story to a close. And hopefully these characters will get a chance to entertain us all again some other day. So
Definitely.
with that, have a good evening. Greg, if you want to take us home or say anything else, it's all yours.
I don't even know. I just wanted to apologize to everybody who had to wait around at the beginning for us. Who knew you just restart your computer and everything works? But next time.
And thank you, Greg, for letting us finish
Yes.
on your channel.
Yes.
Anytime. I was gonna also say I got some boss battle stuff coming up.
Oh no!
Whoa! That was great. I got some boss battle stuff coming up. We might be fighting whatever that is right now. I was gonna say you guys are all welcome to come in, play test, or play some of those too. I'm glad to have you in the channel and everything. So please, anytime, feel free to hit me up for that. And Lance, thank you so much. That was I'm so glad you invited me. I'm honored, and I had a lot of fun. That was really good.
And
Cool.
amazing job.
Thank you.
Yeah, Lance, so much fun.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Hi guys.
Have a great night.